All card games are pay to win. That's how they get you to pay.
To win.
Exactly. Hello everyone and welcome back to Crabby D&D. I'm here with Cat.
Hi.
Mortar.
Yo.
Kirv.
Hello.
Vinny.
Hello.
And Romulus.
Hello.
You'd have thought that over the holiday break I would have fixed the order to be alphabetical. Nope. Too busy for that. So.
It's not?
So what order is it in?
So...
Favourites?
No, it's in order...
Yeah,
So here's the thing. If we have a sixth party member, it will then become alphabetical order, because I can then just move Vinny and Mortar down, so it's back in alphabetical order, and they, so long as their letter slips between C and K. If it doesn't, well, it's not going to be alphabetical order either.
Okay, so when someone joins, if their name doesn't begin with C and K, we have permission to kill them until they name their character between C and K.
Also, no. Apologies, Steve, if you are watching. No, that is not the case. Although, if I remember correctly, your name should be fine. So.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay.
Yeah, fine.
In such a case, let us remind ourselves of where we were. I have no announcements other than I hope everybody had a good time off and they're ready for the chaos of today's session, because I sure am.
Bring it.
I'm sure I'll be fine. Loads up the document he forgot to load up before the session. There we go. It's all good.
Solid start.
Yeah.
I mean, unless there's a monster in the hot spring, I don't know how badly this can go.
There's a kraken in the pool.
Yep, exactly. Well, who else is supposed to give you the... Who else is supposed to give you
a tentacle hot spring episode, really?
It's one of the only times Chris can give us something that's water-based monster.
That's true, actually. That's very true.
This is true. For now. So, welcome back, one and all. I hope you all enjoyed your time away from here. Let's get a little bit of an overview of, well, what happened previously and what you've done. Last time we left off our party of adventurers, Cat, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus and Vinny had escaped the Herald of Husk and his minions, hiking over all the way to Glasson over the course of a week. Encountering a few problems along the way, you eventually made it, with Carvern in tow, bringing her to a safe location where she could recover and heal. Meeting Khmer along the way and otherwise settling down as best you could, there was a conflict, shall we say, between Mortar and Cat that broke out. The party managed to keep the damage to the city mostly under control, but ultimately it was a shocking and traumatic experience for both. Cat, however, met a soul that had been trapped within the creature for quite some time, and was given a little bit of advice. With the King's Guard starting a much-needed team-building exercise for you all, you were drawn together over a variety of tasks, issues, and ultimately became closer as a result. As your reward for completing these exercises, you got to attend the final day of the Ice King's banquet. During this festive time, the party came together and put their team-building skills to work to get Romulus laid with the Ice King. Having succeeded and taken some time to relax...
Sexual, there was a romantic component.
This is true.
Yes.
Having some time to relax, you tied up any last loose ends and rode some giant mountain centipedes down to Ovok Grow, courtesy of your ally Khmer, who had arranged the whole thing. With the party now in Ovok Grow and night beginning to fall, you all prepare to have another end of the day in relaxation, where you will truly see where the journey begins next. So, as you are otherwise arriving down, the giant centipedes are uncomfortable, but they are fast, as they begin to skitter down the exterior sections of the mountain, the large frozen skeleton in tow, otherwise leaning over Ovok Grow as you see it. Fresh snow laden all around after the few days of clear sky that you'd seen previously. You now see that there are a number of individuals just going about their regular life. As you get closer to the exterior of the city and the walls, a number of the Rime Guards otherwise lift lanterns of magical light to see your arrival as they welcome you in, knowing the individual who has gone with you with these centipedes in tow. As you enter into the city itself, once again, the walled off sections of the different districts on the tiered, otherwise inclined towards the skeleton itself, as you are now back in Ovok Grow after quite some time away. The city is quieting down from its hustle and bustle of the day. You can quite happily see that there are lights beginning to be turned on in houses to provide what illumination they can as the sun begins to set. What exactly would you all like to do?
Ooh. Ah, it's been a second.
That was really bumpy.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm fucking cold. Can we go inside?
Yes, let's.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what do I do for a warm bed right now?
Okay.
It has been a very busy time.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh,
So I guess the real question is, where are you headed within Ovok Grow?
oh, there was a place we stayed before, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
the place where we
Yeah.
rented, that room where we shared with a balcony.
yeah, hey, it could be an idea if we.
We can check that
You know.
first, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a business that we supported before, so why not support it again?
Do you remember what it is, or roughly where it was in town?
It's somewhere that way direction.
Can I make a history check?
By all means.
Let's go.
First roll of
Oh,
2025.
oh no. Can
It's
someone
a
else
plus
make
eight.
this history
No,
check?
No.
bro, you locked yourself in.
It's a plus
You locked
8,
yourself
so
Okay.
come on. Okay,
Yeah,
we're good.
that's
We're
pretty
good.
26. Yes, you remember. You remember very clearly the place where you stayed. The Left Rib is the name of the place, and surprisingly enough, it is housed underneath one of the left ribs of the, or next to one of the left ribs of the Frozen Titan.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say also to give it to you with such a high roll, you also know that the owner of said inn is Kelsey, who is a white, silver, and black draconian. And she otherwise had a good lay of the land as well. You also, with that history check, remember that Mortar had found a location called the Frostfelt Fingers, should you wish to explore that location.
I never.
The what
Oh,
fingers?
yeah, I remember that.
Frostfelt
The
Fingers?
Frostfelt Fingers.
You never went in, you just learnt of its location.
Ah, sorry. Yeah, I think it was. Wasn't it like a prostitutes club or something?
It was a brothel, yeah.
Brothel, not a prostitutes club.
Prostitutes.
Everyone knows of prostitute clubs.
Ah,
So
yes,
prostitutes
technically, to the
together,
prostitute club.
disgusting.
Ah, yes, you walk in. Have you got your club card,
Yes.
sir?
Oh
Yeah, we got
god. Your loyalty card?
If you've been here 5 times or more, you get free coffee.
Oh my word.
Nah, I don't think I'll need to be visiting there.
Buy one, get one free.
Oh.
Wait, really?
So,
Oh wait, no, it's so much worse. One of those you know how like PayPal or whatever will like give you a tenner for like bringing someone in. like,
No.
like a tickler friend.
a reference
bonus.
program.
Yes, yes.
Oh no.
Tell her.
Just brings the party. Now give me my bonus. I'm broke.
Oh man.
Oh dear.
I do think if you're actively incentivizing people to get into it, that is pimping at that point.
Honestly, yeah.
But if you're not the one doing like actively like promoting it, like I feel like if you were the one going around telling people, "Hey, you should come here," that's a problem. But if you tell the people that've already decided to come with you that they should convince their friends, it's actually closer to a pyramid scheme.
You're actually right.
Right, should we get back to it, guys?
Yeah. So,
What, you don't like the pimp conversation? That's not the D&D you were looking for today.
I
so
thought you were looking for some honest to God roleplay.
while you're having this conversation in front of Cat as you go to the frostfelt fingers, or not the frostfelt fingers, the left rib.
The first fingers were going already. Damn.
It's time for you to learn, Cat.
It's like we
Save
never
the
left.
world.
We've been here all along, Cat.
Oh god.
What people decide to do with their bodies is their choice. And there is a long history of people making use of their bodies in certain ways in order to gain money and prestige. But if you ever think of doing that without being far older and with great forethought, I will rise from my grave to end you and everyone involved.
Why are you dead in this scenario?
Yeah. What happened?
I have to be dead by the time you can even think of it.
Oh right. Yeah. Fair.
I mean, she's well, you're 15 now, right? So like, you're
Oh,
13.
let's change subject.
Yeah. So, you head up to the left rib. You
Yes.
otherwise the careful stairs and slope that lead up, freshly swept and covered in salt to prevent any real slips from anyone as you are heading up towards the left rib. You see the 3-story stacked, multiple balcony, beautiful location that you remember previously. It is a hustle and bustle with individuals moving in and out. It seems to be the regular location for individuals to sleep and stay at this time of year.
It is the most wonderful time of the year.
How come?
No, just the snow. I like saying it.
So, you head inside. Travelling into the left rib once again, you can hear and see individuals otherwise going about eating some minor food. Most individuals kind of having talks in kind of small table conversations, groups of individuals around the place. And you see a very busy Kelsey otherwise moving backwards and forwards, getting drinks and dealing with various changing of money or otherwise preparing rooms for various patrons that are attending today. As you enter and approach, Kelsey does look up towards you, and there is recognition. She does remember your particular group as she looks at all of you. Good to see that you're back from your little journey. You're going to need a bed and place to stay tonight?
Oh, you know it.
Excellent. Good. Like to have individuals returning customers. So,
Absolutely.
the same suite as last time is still available at this current moment. I know there was somebody who was interested in a suite such as that, but they were discussing with friends. But if you snag it real quick, that can be changed.
I love
It won't
snagging
cause an
things.
issue. It won't cause like an issue or anything.
No, not at all. If the room sells in the meantime, while they're discussing whether they're actually going to stay here, well, that's on them.
Mm.
All right.
Well, on the one hand, I do
What do
hate
you
to
guys think?
take the legs out from under them, but on the other, I really do want to sleep.
There are other suites they
Yeah,
can go
second
to. It's just that one in particular was one that's... It's not the best place, but it's good pricing for where it is. So they'd have to pay a little bit more if they're needing to use a different suite. You could buy a more expensive suite if you want, or you can stay in the one that's right for you.
You just stick with the one that's right for us, right?
Yeah, I was going to say we don't need to
Yeah,
spend any
let's
more
just go
money
for
than
it.
we need to.
Alright, so that's a gold per person. That'll include a little bit of food tomorrow morning, and go from there. Is it just the one night you're staying, or are you sticking around in town for a bit?
Just the one night? We've got to move on.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I think we're just swinging by, really.
Alright, alright. In which case, that will be 5 gold for whoever wants to pay.
Kirv will put in her
I-
1 gold for her.
I could do with some gold actually. So I do have some platinum. Could I get that broken?
Of course, I can swap that.
Like
one
yeah,
one plat
yeah.
for the gold. So, Kirv, you put
Yeah,
down your
appreciate that.
gold.
Yeah,
so, she'll take
Yeah.
your 1
So I
platinum.
need some gold. I need some gold anyway. So
Yeah.
So I'm literally only running on platinum at the minute. So.
Okay. Are you paying for the rest of the party other than
Humble
Kirv?
brag.
Yeah. Okay. Humble brag. Yeah, I'll pay for everyone because yeah, I need some.
Okay, so breaking 1 platinum into 6 gold here, because the other 4 will be used to pay for your room.
Lovely.
Excellent. So, getting the suite that's good for all of you, you now have a
Wait,
place
sorry,
to
can I
stay.
just... Sorry, is Mortar paying for everyone?
Yes, but you already put your 1 gold down.
Except
yeah.
for me. Okay.
No, including you.
It's because you were too
Relax.
carried away. You got too excited to chuck that
That's
gold down.
really
Rebecca,
funny.
relax.
Yeah, it's like, it's that moment where everyone's like checking their wallet and going through it. It's like, do I have enough? Do I have enough for this? And then you're just ready and on the ball, so you put your money down and then just walk away.
I wasn't. I was opening my spell book so I could cast pocket bag, so I get my money.
Explosion in the tavern. Oh no.
Fine.
Okay.
You're welcome, I guess. All right.
So,
Yeah. Could I get a drink as well? Just want to sit down for a second, enjoy the atmosphere.
of course, that'll be 5 copper if you've got it, or I can break one of your golds to change if need be.
Yeah, if you could break one of my gold, that'd be great. Thanks.
All right.
Alright, so 9 gold, 9 silver, and 6 copper back.
I will take it.
It will be what? Well, no, because it'll be breaking one gold into 9 silver and 5 copper, so that'll be alright.
Oh, right. Sorry, I thought it was a platinum being broken.
Oh no! She's not
No,
gonna take
no,
a
it's
platinum
not.
for a
So-
drink. At that point, she's like, "You just gonna give this to me?" Oh,
So how much silver and copper was it? Sorry.
9 silver and 5 copper.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
All right. So we'll get you a easy drink for you to have. Anything else for the rest of you before I need to move on? No? Excellent.
No.
Nope,
Yeah,
I think that'll
give
be
you
fun.
Find a seat if you want, and who shall I give the key to? Pulls the key off the back wall.
I mean, I might be down here a while, so I can hold on to it.
Alright.
Or, because yeah, if you guys want.
Or just let me know when
Alright,
you're
cool.
going to be going up, and I can give whoever needs the key.
I want to
That
go
works. Then we give it to you. Go.
Alright.
up.
Hands it to you, Cat.
Right. I think a bath sounds like an excellent idea. Or perhaps
Stop
a
mid-stride.
sauna. Or possibly a hot spring.
It sounds amazing.
Nice.
What is that?
Well, I turn to the innkeeper.
Who's currently serving other people at the moment, but goes, I'll be with you in a mo.
Shit.
In
Right.
fairness, the warm water would probably be quite nice. Oh, this exposed
Yeah.
bone actually is really vulnerable to the cold. I don't like it.
Yep. Yep.
Said half the patrons at this current moment.
I like to think we all just have a moment after that. We just look at each other like, yes, I get it, yeah. And then move back to our lives. Right. It's my understanding that most cultures that that live in majority ice wastelands tend to have things such as saunas, whereby you heat coals or stones with fire, and then place water onto
Very
it in order to
being
produce
cool, one
steam.
She was being called.
Ah, right. I don't know if they've got one here, but maybe there's a hot rib or something.
The hot rib.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like spicy wings.
Sorry, I'm back.
We're looking for the hot rib or spicy wings.
Spicy
Yes.
wings.
So you wanted.
Oh.
So you were going to ask a question real quick.
Yes. Does this? Do you have not you sort of like the community as a whole have things such as a hot spring or
Yes.
a sauna?
There's a nice hot spring. It's on the other side of the skeleton, or the Titan, I should say. Called the Snow Globe.
Fair.
It's
Then-
a spherical shaped building. It's unique in its own style, so it's fairly easy to see what it is.
I'm just trying to get an idea of where exactly that is in relation to us.
Yeah, so you're currently in the left rib, so you'd be looking at an area on the right hand side of the Titan, so it's not far. But it's usually quite good for what it is. There's otherwise public baths, from what I understand, where you don't have to pay much, and there are private ones which are more expensive. But there are different areas you can go depending on what you want to do.
When we say expensive, is it like bottle of fancy wine expensive, or
It's more of a just
buying
you're
out
renting
the
out,
suite?
just buying out a suite sort of thing. You're using the space as opposed to like getting bonus things with it. I've never used those personally. I've always just used the public ones, but there are tools and services for anybody who may need them. So, for example, for you, there might be brushes, for example, for Minotaur folk. Whereas, looks to Cat, there might be something more to help with cleaning out hooves or combing hair and such. And with the rest
Or
of
whatever you've got going on there.
Yeah.
Good luck.
They do have tweezers for picking things out underneath scales and bones, so there might be something there for you if you need it. Speaking of, things have gotten rougher since you were here last. Are you alright, lass?
Yeah, just it's been a week. It's definitely been a week. Just magic is weird.
I can see that. Is it like a curse? I shouldn't pry, but if you're looking for a place to get answers, the scriptorium's usually the best place for it. If you remember, you left.
I'm not going to say no.
I was going to say you left Damien there, so you've
did.
been there before, so it's not going to be as an arduous process to get access to it like it was last time.
Okay, I could possibly nip in there and see if there's anything on it, but the guy that was in charge of that place wasn't most cooperative.
What? No, he's fine.
But was that because of your actions?
No, it was because of my roles. I asked him to help.
Okay,
I was like,
in universe, that does mean your actions, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. I asked him to help, and I showed him Sychanas. I don't understand any of this, and he told me I shouldn't get that out.
Yeah.
Probably because it's cursed as fuck.
Chania's not. The only thing that's stopping the whatever's going on.
I still stand by. I don't think Sychania is like a good thing. I think Sychania is a neutral thing, but I don't think Sychania is good.
Good.
Forgive me. I don't tend to like people that mind whammy people.
Yeah. Wait, hey.
Oh, you're gonna fucking argue with me, big boy? You wanna
You know
think
what?
back to
Maybe
the
you know
last
what?
thing we've
Maybe
done
I
last
will
week?
then. You know what? Maybe I will then. Let's do it. Freaking go.
Oh, I will flatten you.
I will
Let's get
probably
a
enjoy
bath. You can.
Let's go to the hot tub.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. Mortar, what's your passive perception?
High enough to know better. Let me take a look.
Yeah, low enough to not.
18.
Okay, never mind.
I hate that.
Interesting.
What?
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's get going then.
So, you continue on your way. You do the best you can to try and find where you're going. So, this will be a survival or investigation check from someone in the party, if you're all heading there. If anyone wants to go anywhere else, just say so and we'll handle that separately.
I'm good to do a bit of survival if you like.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh boy.
Also, the DC is low,
Second-
given that you have the Outlander background, so you've been to the city before, so it'll
14?
be fairly easy. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You recognize the general location where you were told, and you know roughly what you're looking for. Heading a little bit back down, so you would be going underneath the Titan itself. You otherwise looking up, you can see kind of the ominous shadow that it leaves across the city itself, but it's a Titan that's been frozen for who knows how long, and the residents seem to be used to it. Though it is a little creepy, you must admit. As you keep travelling on to the other side of the Titan, you do see what looks to be a series of domes that are almost set up like bubbles, in a way. You can see that there are what looks to be bright lights coming from the interior with what looks to be a completely glass top to it. And you note that there is no snow on the top of said domes. The nature of a hot spring seems to be keeping it melted, shall we say. As you approach the entrance, from what you can see there are a few individuals otherwise heading in or coming back out. Those coming out usually kind of rub their shoulders and arms as they move back out to a brisk temperature, and those heading in begin like shedding extra layers of cold clothing. You all head in one at a time for each of you into a beautiful wooden slatted floored reception. You can see that there are benches and chairs to either side. You can see there are some wonderful potted plants that shouldn't be growing in this temperature. But most notably, as you step over the threshold, you move from what is a frigid cold outside to an immediate warmth on the interior. Some form of magic, perhaps, that keeps the heat in. You're not sure. All I would say is that pretty much everybody here is immediately struck with almost a momentary headache and heat wave before it dissipates and diffuses as your body begins to get used to the temperature. Behind a receptionist counter further in, you can see what looks to be a orcish individual, smartly dressed, what looks to be some lovely polished caps on the end of his 4 smaller tusks, as he sits there and kind of talks to some individuals before handing off a wooden token to them, and they head inwards after a little bit of exchange of money.
Oh, it's warmer in here than it is out there, so I'm happy.
You must be a first-timer. Many of our patrons already know that that's the case. So, new people exploring town. What can I get for you? Looks about your party.
I believe a private bath would be ideal. Enough to fit all of us, or are we wanting to split up at all?
I'm happy for all of us.
That's up to you. I mean, we have plenty of baths. It's quite busy at the moment. Looks behind him, and you can see there's a wall of wooden tags, and the majority of them are missing.
What options are available then?
Well, let's see. The public ones are always open for anyone who might want to use them. There's a men's, a woman's, and a community public baths and hot springs should you wish to use them. Then private-wise, we've got what looks to be maybe one couple's suite, and looks around. There isn't a family one available, but one should be returning soon. If you're looking for one altogether. If you're looking for some separate ones, you might need to get 2 or 3 couples ones, so you'll have to wait until someone comes back.
Alright, I mean, we can pair off if we need to. It's not a big deal. As long as we get a good scrub in.
Alternatively, I'm happy with the family one. It's only going to be a few minutes to wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Looks to you, Mortar, as you say, scrubbing is like... Just so that I'm clear, is this your first time visiting hot springs, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So...
I have been to ice baths before, but I understand that's a rather different circumstance.
Slightly different, yeah.
I discovered my first bath last week.
Oh, God.
It's true. The smell was horrendous.
What are you
Right.
talking about?
So, all things about that aside, general protocol so that you know how these sort of things work. You'll clean yourselves off and wash yourselves down and deal with any other maintenance that might need to be done, combing of hair, clipping of hooves, anything that might need to occur prior to entering the hot spring. You then enter the hot spring, you relax, and you come out and you're already clean. So it's just a matter of relaxing. So you're going to want to clean yourselves up before heading in. There will be towels, there'll be various bits of web provided.
Will it be an issue if I bring this in and Mortar kind of shows off his like metal arm and kind of taps
No.
on his metal leg?
So long as you're not for those, don't oil or grease it before you get in the hot spring, do it afterwards. I believe depending on which one you're going to, there might already be some in there, but if you need more oil or anything, you can ask and we'll top it up.
Oh, yeah, we'll do. Thanks, man.
So, all clear?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That sounds straightforward enough.
If you'd like to wait for a family one, please go and take a seat or linger in the lobby for as long as you need to. And if you wish to just know the price, given it is a family one, it is 25 gold. Just because it is a private suite as opposed to the community public ones.
All right, Mr. Moneybags. Turns to Mortar.
Mortar immediately regrets ever speaking up. He goes,
When you say this, to be very clear, Romulus also turns, but not to Mortar, to Vinny.
he knows the truth. Mortar's like,
You don't have to pay now.
mean,
I'm just
happy-
saying what the price is.
I'll be happy throwing a platinum, but like, if one of you guys could help cover the costs, that'd be
Sure,
great.
I'm happy to do the same. And then, Romulus, you can pay for cats.
Alright, so what's that totaling for each of us then?
2 platinum. So 2 platinum from me and Vinny, so 1 from each of us. And 4 gold was it?
It was 5. It was 5 gold. It was 25 gold.
Or 25 gold, right?
So the remaining 3 will have to divide up that 5 gold as they see fit.
I tell you what, I'll just hand over a platinum and, ask for some specialty bits and bobs for me and Kat, given our unique circumstances. And a drink, if that's on the cards.
Yes. As you otherwise do so nasty things. Most things such as like combs, tweezers, oils and such will otherwise be provided as part of the service. So that's perfectly fine. But yes, we can arrange for some drinks to be brought around. Did you want just like a bread spread for during or after? There's
like
obviously
bread.
drinks to go with.
That sounds nice to me.
All right. Then that extra 5 will fetch you all of that handsomely. When next person comes through, I'll see what I can get from them. And otherwise, take a seat, wait for a little while. You watch as a few other members of staff do come through. The first one who does, he kind of flags them down and kind of says something to them, and the individual nods, heads off, and maybe about 5-6 minutes later, a group of individuals, they look to be individuals in probably their 30s or so, what looks to be what you can guess will probably be 2 parents there and their 2 kids, or one of them being more of a teen in this instance, and another family member, a older member of their particular group. They otherwise all come out wearing the clothes that they came in with before they step out into the cold, and there's kind of not necessarily yelps from the cold, but there is an instant reaction before the clerk behind the reception kind of gestures and hands you a token, Romulus. Follow the token and the number on it will be your suite. Please go ahead. If there's any individuals in there, they will probably just be cleaning up the place if there is any mess prior to your entrance. Do enjoy. So, you lead on down the corridor, searching for your particular suite, and as you head in, you see a little bit of a corridor along with what looks to be a kind of a communal changing area for all of you, kind of little different sectioned off sections, so you can put your personal belongings in there and anything else that you might need, things like, for example, your weapons, Mortar, or anything of a similar nature. Filch and Eugene in one of them.
Why did you single me out? It's like,
no, it's
everyone else's weapons too.
Your gun, her familiars.
Romulus's weapons, Vinny's weapons, and
okay, your spellbook, cat. Your spellbook.
Yeah, my spell. I'm not putting that in the buff. That's going to end badly. Yeah, my spellbook.
Exactly.
Very true.
One thing to note: this is more so for you, Kirv. You do note that given that you have walked in with 2 crows, you enter into what looks to be a basket or hamper like situation of like folded towels and what looks to be bits of dried meat that have been prepared for 2 birds, perhaps. To keep, quite possibly to keep them out of the hot tub, or hot tub, the hot spring, because they will be messy. So they otherwise settle down in the otherwise warm blankets and just kind of nestle down for a bit to rest.
Look at your crows getting special treatment. Poor Jeff. He's coming in the hot tub then.
I mean, Jeff's made of crystal, so Jeff's kind of like it's not really going to be an issue if he does, because he's not biological matter for the most part.
I haven't seen him poo, have I?
No.
Huh.
Not leaving little crystal pellets all around the place.
We should be collecting those.
I might be able to sell them.
I'm going to say use them as spellcasting components.
Yeah. Damn. I'm missing out on an opportunity here, people.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, well, you're the one who chose a crystal peacock. So, and Tula obviously comes with you because this is Tula's job, to help clean. So, each of you spend some time otherwise taking care of yourselves, washing yourselves down, scrubbing, cleaning every part of you, whether that be with a pair or whether that be on your own, brushing any hair or fur that may need it, taking out little bits of dirt, gravel and blood and anything else that there may be in place from your recent adventures. As you're going about cleaning yourselves up, the hot spring is yours.
All right, let's get ourselves in. Mortar is going to run and cannonball in.
Of course.
Oh wow, of course.
Okay.
Runs past a no running sign.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you run past the no running sign. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Let's see, what am I working with in a minute?
A burning question. I need to know: have you taken your mask and goggles off, or are they still on?
I don't think he has. I think he's forgotten that they're there. I think he's just so used to having them on, you know?
Then maybe he should roll with
That's
disadvantage because they'll be fogged up.
I actually have advantage on perception checks, thank you very much. So how about you shut up? How about you do me a favour and shut up?
Mm-hmm.
I think, so that is a 23.
23. Okay.
He
You
does a flip.
otherwise run forward and with the dex and with otherwise very built-in dexterity, you do a flip quite happily before cannonballing into the into the hot spring itself, splashing water that seems to be, from what you can tell, lightly scented. But as you do cannonball into it, you're expecting to hit the bottom of it. You sink down a little bit. And then eventually you hit the bottom of the hot spring itself, about a person deep. But as you hit it, you begin to become buoyant automatically without your own doing and begin to float to the surface. It's strange.
Ooh. Guys, this is way deeper than I thought. This is awesome.
Kirv will a bit more apprehensively approach the hot spring,
Mm-hmm.
sort of look into it, dip her toes in, and then realizes, oh my gosh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she just sinks into it.
Okay. You otherwise sink down into it quite happily. It is quite shallow at the edge, but you note that where Mortar seemed to have jumped in, there is more of a depth to it near the middle. Okay.
See what I mean?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sure, Mortar, sure.
Mortar kind of cocks his head at that, okay, that was weird.
Kirv is gone. There is no thoughts left.
No.
Oh, yeah, that's right, of course.
I think Romulus. Am I good to enter now?
Yeah, I'll say you've taken the time to clean up your fur, brush yourself down as need be. Yeah, you can climb in should you
We've
wish to.
used the lint roller a few times.
Yep. Yep, definitely.
And then just sort of sink down, and the water level appreciably increases by a small bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since I've been able to relax, and just Romulus just kind of slumps a little bit. I'm going to tell you right now, this is fully going to become dad falling asleep on the sofa type vibes.
That's right.
Naturally.
Romulus will come out all shriveled up. He'll have lost tons of weight and body to himself as he's all shriveled.
I don't know. I like the idea of his hair just becoming insanely frizzy.
Oh, that too.
Oh, yeah.
Romulus just becomes a bit of a a poofy Minotaur.
Have you seen those Highland cows that have the real fluffy fur?
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the opposite. Romulus gets out and is a full person's weight heavier from all the water.
Oh no, that's 100%. Yeah, that happens, and then I dry off. If I have to dry off naturally because if I use magic, it goes all poofy.
Interesting restriction for oneself. I can't use magic to dry off, or I become poofy.
Yeah, it doesn't affect me physically. It's just I don't like how people look at me when it happens.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, shit, where is it?
Vinny, cat.
I'm just going to slide in subtly and check just how easy it is to float in this water.
Yeah, seems relatively easy to float. What you would naturally expect.
Okay. doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem, but more out of interest than anything else. Can you guys swim?
Mortar suddenly realizes he doesn't know how to swim.
No.
Kirv shrugs.
I'd say
Just cut
Kirv and
round
Mortar,
the
you're
corner.
definitely ones who don't know how to swim, given your backgrounds, and Cat. We've already had this happen before, where you nearly
I
drowned
was
at level 1.
Cat rounds the corner is like, this is the first time since that
The
time.
farthest away from home that I've ever been.
How deep is this water?
It's deep,
I'm gonna.
How about a person deep?
it's deep enough for everybody to stand in at the edges. As you get close to the middle, it does begin to like almost sink down a little bit.
She cautiously gets in. It's like, no, can't.
Name your dex save.
Yes. No. No.
You're fine.
Good. Oh, thank-
DC was not a natural one. So that's
Okay,
all right.
cool. I'm gonna stay along the edge where
Mhm.
my hooves and whatever. Just I'm touching the bottom.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's
So,
an
I
odd
guess.
sensation with the exposed bone legs, and it's also odd this being the first real time that you've gotten into water like this since the transformations with the creature. And you kind of instinctively have a worry that it might leak, given the liquid nature of it, but no, it holds its own like a jelly. Seemingly like oil and water, repelling one another.
Is this whole thing a metaphor for puberty?
I don't think
What your body is changing, whether you like it or not, and eventually it will consume you and you'll become a teenager. Yes. A horrific,
Yeah, we'll go with
horrific analogy of puberty with Cat.
Mm-hmm.
And when the creature finally transforms, Cat will be an angsty teenager and covered in acne.
I'm sorry, it suddenly took me way back to like the fear of leaking, public pools, and
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay,
no.
I hadn't
Honestly.
twigged that. Okay.
No, I hadn't either. But no, I see what you mean.
Solid. I get it.
Yeah. A solid worry, I'd imagine. But not what I was going for.
we'll talk about the physics of it later. Let's
We'll
keep
tell you
going.
about it when you're older.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, if you want to know, it makes a vacuum. So, okay, let's go.
Since when have Hoovers been involved? Mr. Dyson, you've gone too far.
turning
God.
people into Hoovers. Henry Hoover was a
No one-
person all along.
Henry was Henry.
To warn us.
And the curse continues. Cat will eventually turn into a Hoover.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Perfect. I want to be a Roomba.
No.
We all want to be a Roomba.
What a peaceful life.
I know, right?
What a life
until
that
you
would
find
be.
until you find
What a
stairs
world.
and it's all over at that point.
Or you manage to escape outside.
Oh.
I recently saw a video of a Roomba going down a road and just someone commentating over the top of it. It's like, I'm free! I no longer have to clean your stupid floors! And then a car goes past and nearly hits it. It's like, oh shit! And it turns and moves away.
Oh, poor Roomba.
Oh.
Anyway, you're all in the hot tub.
Hot spring.
Hot spring. Thank you.
Sorry.
No,
Right.
correct me.
The idea of,
I'm
the
getting
idea
it
of all of us in a hot tub is hilarious.
Yeah, two very different
Really
atmospheres.
crowded.
I think Romulus is doing the thing where it's like the arms are out, sort of floating, his head's resting on the edge, and he's just kind of there. And you can see he's not asleep yet, but he's definitely getting there. It's like,
That's fair.
mm.
Mortar's kind of up to his nose in water, just blowing bubbles.
Fair.
Bubbies.
He's just little bubbles.
Also, I hope everyone enjoyed the image I put in chat.
Yeah,
of
I saw it.
Romulus's fluffiness.
Oh man, I didn't see that.
No, neither did I.
The fluff factor.
Yep.
3.
Oh wow,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
okay.
There it is.
Yeah,
I love
millions
it.
of years of evolution all pointed in the direction of making the fluffy fur give it big chubby cheeks.
Truly a necessary tool for survival in this cruel
We-
world.
Of
We need
course.
to magically dry Romulus when he gets out. There is no option. How do I magically dry him?
Do you have
Burning
prestidigitation?
hands.
Yes.
That'll do.
Tula is on it when he gets out of the bath.
All right, noted.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It
Or
does
just-
actually give me +1 AC against bludgeoning damage.
Or just do bits of him, and then he ends up with like an afro.
Oh, Afro, really fluffy tail. Make him look like a poodle.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh my word. Okay. So you're all in the hot springs. Is there anything you want to do while you're here? Or is it just a matter of relaxing and chilling out?
Nothing. Just relaxing, making sure Jeff isn't drowning because he's not the smartest.
Jeff is underwater.
Well, he doesn't breathe, so I
He
guess
doesn't
we're okay.
breathe. He's made of crystal, and he is slowly but surely walking towards the middle of the
Okay,
hot spring.
I'm just gonna sort of grab him. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab him. Like, okay, stay on my back.
He stays on your back. As you lift him out of the water, like you watch as water just begins to drain out of what would be a mouth, and you slowly kind of just give him a quick shake, almost like a cocktail shaker. You can hear the rattling of
It must be like a kraken attacking. So that he's there, the tendrils lifting him out of the water, shaking him.
shaking all the water out of him as it otherwise drains out and into the bath. Yeah. I like to imagine he's like one of those drinks with the little glass bead in it.
You get the rattle and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
seem to have lost
I
a
agree.
Dan.
See Dan already?
Yeah. Okay.
You say is he drowning already?
No, his
No, I
inst-
said
it-
miss you, Dan. But I mean, to be honest with you, Mortar was blowing bubbles underwater. I don't know if he actually remembered to get back up before he breathes in.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he drowned, and we'll have to come back with a new character next time. That's a shame.
Oh God. No.
So, just leave a dead body
Get
in the hot spring.
I'll get the spell book. Hang on.
So, anything anybody else would like to do, or?
I mean, I want to know, what drinks do they bring?
Oh, that's right. Yes. It takes a little bit for this stuff to arrive. You're given time to wash off, clean up, and then kind of have a little bit of relaxation in the hot springs before there's a knock at the door and an individual does enter, or a call of, "Am I alright to enter?"
Sinks down a little bit.
Anyone?
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yes, please, go ahead.
And a few moments later, you watch a oh my goodness, message from Dan: laptop committed seppuku. Okay.
So
Well-
Mortar's just out dick swinging, right?
No, he's blown.
Oh.
He's
I'm
still
back.
still blowing bubbles. Yeah, there we go. Welcome back.
Backflip.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, I got that.
I was going to
reference.
say, Mortar's just like, Mortar forgot where he put his feet and he just realised, oh shit, I can't get up. What's going on? And then he bursts out.
One thing to note, if we are doing this, one thing to note, you continue blowing bubbles, and as you inhale in, there's that moment of like, oh no, I'm breathing in water, and then you're like,
Yeah.
wait a minute,
Yeah.
and you begin breathing normally.
Mortar's like,
Huh?
surviving.
Can we not drown in
Mortar
this
puts his
pool?
head Mortar puts his head underwater, takes a massive inhale,
Yeah, for a moment, there's that moment of panic before you're breathing normally.
What? Heals
Okay.
under that mask?
Yeah, this has got Kirv's attention.
Vicious.
Mortar is so confused.
The individual otherwise coming in, she otherwise places what looks to be a large platter of bread. Eugene and Filch take interest before she kind of goes over and puts a few nuts in their hamper. As she leaves out what looks to be a large spread of crackers, breads, cheese. What looks to be a freshly baked camembert style cheese with kind of bits all around it for dipping and all that might be needed. Various breadsticks, a few grapes as well and orange slices for kind of citrusy touch to it and slightly more acidic to take the edge off. As well as what looks to be a bottle of wine for the adults and what looks to be a large pitcher glass of water and another of what looks to be some form of kind of a reddish purplish juice.
Fancy the juice.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. He looks over and sees Mortar trying out the features, I see.
I didn't know it could do that.
Yes, the
Water on the pool.
The water itself is infused with a specific crystalline type that otherwise makes it breathable with a little bit of magical enchantment from our host.
Huh.
And here
Pretty
I was
cool.
thinking Mortar was a secret merman.
Mortar emerges like Aquaman from Zack Snyder's The Justice League.
There's a moment of strange weirdness from this as you go from breathing liquid to air again, and it feels incredibly light, and all of a sudden you almost breathe in a bit too much and you become very lightheaded all of a sudden.
Falls on his ass.
Back into the water.
Back into the water. I
You
belong
just see the
with
look
fish.
of regret on Kirv's face.
Aw, that's
He'll-
sad.
He'll be fine,
Oh,
and
come
don't
on, it was meant to
worry.
be funny. I'm sorry.
Mortar's shoulders immediately shrug and he descends to the depths like a stone.
As you try to descend to the depths, like the deeper sections
he really
of it,
tries.
you try. You are swimming against what seems to be some form of upward current.
Yeah.
This is a active hot
Okay.
spring, and although it's not necessarily like a strong current from what you can tell, it is a current that you are still having to fight against.
I understand a losing battle when I see one.
Cool.
So I let myself rise.
Okay. Please do enjoy. Your stay here is welcome for at the very least another hour. But do keep in mind that others may wish to use this space after you, should it become very busy. But do take your time. And otherwise nods and begins to make their way out, leaving you once again to yourselves. The food, the cheese, the drinks.
So I
Kirv
guess-
would... Sorry.
Sorry, after you. No, after you.
Oh, I was just going to say, Kirv would like to check in with Vinny.
Mhm.
How are you holding up? I know it wasn't easy leaving Cavern behind after everything. I'm
Pardon,
not
sorry.
catching any of that. Oh, sorry, I asked. God, Vinny getting in his old age.
Okay, I can hear you.
I think there might be a little bit of delay in Discord. If both of you disconnect and then reconnect to Live
Okay.
D&D, just to see if it is there.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll
okay.
do that 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh.
And while they're gone, we go.
We sell their souls.
What?
And that's how Vinny died, unfortunately.
Ah.
It was a good run.
So,
Cleaning the
Oh,
water out
now?
of our ears.
Yep.
I think Romulus is not going to go for the wine, but is instead going to go for the strange juice and give that a try.
Okay.
Alongside some crackers.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get to that in a moment. So, Kirv, you were talking to Vinny?
How are you holding up, Vinny? I know it couldn't have been easy leaving Carvern behind after it all.
No, I mean, I guess I knew I had to, because she was safe there and I couldn't leave you guys behind, but... I don't know. I worry if I'm doing the right thing. I mean, I'm not the only person out there who cares about it, but the others don't. Well, they're mostly back in Zakers, and I guess don't travel that far. She's in a rough situation, and some of that's probably my fault. I don't know how much yet. Still, she's safe now. That's the most important thing.
And we'll see her again.
Yeah, not sure what sort of state she'll be in. Hopefully she'll be better.
I think you did what you could. You got to find peace in that.
I guess, well, I'm sure we'll very imminently have bigger problems to worry about.
But not right now.
Yeah. And this way it gives me some time to figure out what I'm going to say to her when she's awake again.
Maybe try to stop thinking for a minute. Enjoy the now.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you know what? You're probably right. Hey, does anyone want some music?
Yes.
Yeah. Hit us with one of those tunes. Haven't heard you play in a while. Have you got anything new written?
Play that
Not
funky
finished
music.
yet, but I'm working on something based on our experience up in the mountains.
All right. Let's hear it. Let's hear what you got.
It's not about the Ice King, is it? Because I
It
definitely want
better
to
be
hear
about
a
the
song
Ice King.
about the Ice King.
It better. You know what? I'm sure whatever you've written is great.
I could write a song about the Ice King, but no, this is mostly just about the party.
Oh.
To clarify, when you say the party, do you mean the party where we met the Ice King?
Yeah, I guess that features in it.
Oh.
All right.
Let's hear what you got.
Alright, since we did bring our stuff in here, Vinny's gonna get out of the water a bit and go fetch his loot.
Okay. You go to fetch your loot. You bring it back in a kind of a moment of finding a comfortable place to sit, your feet otherwise dangling into the water, the loot in hand. Okay. Do you have anything prepared, or is this a performance check?
Are you actually going to sing?
What, IRL? Are you fucking kidding me?
Look, I've got to ask. Roll me a performance check.
For one thing, that would absolutely blow out this microphone.
That's fair.
The one thing that would truly CPK the party.
Ah, yes, the sound wave. Just somewhere in Ovok Grove, Theomar otherwise sees in the horizon just the event horizon of a nuclear explosion.
Man, that man's vision is good.
Yeah, honestly.
Doesn't need to scry.
He could just see you.
Damn.
Alright, give us a performance check then, please, Vinny.
Alright, I'm going to have to load back it, so 1 second.
That's alright. So, as Vinny begins to play, kind of the light strumming, otherwise working very well with the natural atmosphere here, the kind of the calm nature of it, as Vinny does just begin to gently sing and play a soft tune. Each of you are relaxed to a certain extent as you're either leaning and falling asleep in some cases like Romulus, or just simply enjoying the depths of the water itself. You otherwise take this moment to relax, to overcome previous injuries and the softening of each of your hearts in this moment.
Our hearts?
Yes.
Each of them.
Kirv doesn't have a heart.
That's not what I saw.
Well, God, that really was a
I mean, if
fucking
we're
wild
talking about-
session.
What, last session?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you mean the tattoo, right, Mortar?
Absolutely. And is that tattoo on display at the moment, actually, Rebecca?
No, it is not.
No,
She's wearing
gotcha.
kind of
Oh,
like
okay.
a sporty, oh shit, I don't know how to explain this.
Swimsuit. Like a diver's suit, but
It's
Like a one-piece.
You could
Yeah.
go for like a breast strap type thing, or like
what, sorry?
A breast strap.
like a,
like towel wraps
You know,
and
like-
stuff.
or like bandages over top of the chest to hold it.
I mean, that's
No.
sick as hell.
That would be sick as hell. I did not draw that though.
Okay, do you want to just? Okay, do you have a picture we could use that I could try and work out what the hell it is?
Think of
Yeah.
it. I mean, from memory,
Would you prefer I didn't send the image, Chris?
I don't mind. It's just if you want to have the surprise for everybody in the future when you put them all up.
You know
can
what?
do.
It's a teaser.
That's fair.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm totally normal about this.
Mm-hmm. I also remembered that now that obligatory means that you need to have a glass of wine.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. But yes.
Man, I'm predicting the future here with my art. What can you say?
Or Chris is preparing for such events.
Alcoholic Curve. That'll be a hard-hitting storyline.
Oh yeah.
Honestly,
No one saw it coming. The person,
really,
the person from
just kinda
hell
got
drinking
knocked off our
alcohol.
feet by it.
give her a bit more trauma, and that could be an arc.
You said it. All right. Try to traumatize the party a
What?
bit more.
Where is this being sent?
I'm so sorry. I'm
I'm trying to find it.
not. Yeah. Yeah.
What's the
Fair.
performance check at Vinny?
Please have it be like a 3.
Right, yes.
No, I don't think
Even
that's
if he
the-
rolled a
Right,
natural
so-
1, he'd still get above a 6. I'm pretty sure. So
Incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, rogues are crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, so this is Vinny playing. It's a fairly relaxed song. It's evocative of the music playing at the party. It tries to evoke a feeling of sort of relax after an eventful day.
Mm-hmm.
There's some lyrics to it, but it's mostly instrumental and pretty improvised in places.
Mhm.
But let's see how good it is. It wasn't a nat 1. So it's a 14.
Nice.
Oh,
It is still a work in progress.
It's messy. It definitely needs work. But
Yeah, I mean, a 10 is your standing, like, usual DC for regular tasks. Like, you know, something
That's a
that
good jam.
you
is
could
what
do.
I hear.
It's good for what it is. It isn't the, like, the polished standard that you're more used to with your productions, Vinny. And I'd say the nature of it being a 14 is less of a critic for what the party hear and more of a critic for what you're hearing and like the small mistakes you're making here and there, or the little bits where you feel like, oh, I could do that bit a little bit better. The rest of the party, this is a lovely tune that otherwise sets the atmosphere nicely.
Water or flat? Once you finished?
You still underwater?
Yep.
Yep, slow collapse. Not intentional, but still.
Nope.
Okay.
he's like
Is there anything else?
flexing his shoulders, trying to clap as fast as possible. But it's just
Is there anything else anyone else would like to do during this time? No?
I mean, is it worth us talking about our next point of call? Like, what are we doing? You know, like, what's the plan?
we're hunting the goose, right? And
Oh,
then-
right, yeah. So where's that like at then? What direction are we headed?
The picture has been sent.
All of us scrambling to frigging Discord to take a look.
Ah, 2 screens.
3 screens.
Oh, interesting. Okay. It's kind of like a prop diver's suit kind of top thing going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
God, what are they called?
I don't know, but it's okay. While you're thinking of the term, Kat, you have some of the
it's a cropped swim shirt or swim top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also known as a bikini crop top.
Okay. That probably fits.
Which is
Alright. Kat, you otherwise have some of the juice. There's a distinct sharpness to it, but it is also quite welcoming. It's flavours that you recognise, but they are slightly different, possibly due to the nature of local brand stuff or produce or whatever's used in this juice. But it has a cranberry and grape flavour to it.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Something that seems to pair very well with the cheese and the crackers.
Oh, I'm going to tuck into the cheese and crackers and the juice.
Yeah, you do so. And while it's hot and gooey for the camembert, and with the various flavours of apricot cheese, what looks to be kind of a few blue cheeses here and there, something more like a brie, and there is a wide range of cheese here, which is surprising given the area that, you know, far south cheese needs to mature inside of a cave traditionally, but I suppose this is a mountainous area, and if there are hot springs, there's presumably a good climate for cheesemongering around here.
Mm.
Most of it is more of a creamy cheese. You suspect something more akin to a goat's cheese, due to the nature of being in the mountains, or possibly an ox's cheese. But whatever the case may be, it is nice stuff.
Minotaur cheese.
Minotaur cheese is something very different. So you take this time, all of you, to relax, enjoying your time here as your hour seems to dissipate slowly but surely before you are required to leave. Filch and Eugene have been well behaved despite everything. They've had
They're
a
good boys.
regular supply of nuts and meats during this time. The rest of you having bits and pieces to eat. As you gather up your things in a very relaxed sense, you leave the establishment and are hit by the immediate cold from the outside world as you begin to wrap up warm
reality.
once
Yeah,
again.
fuck this. We're going back inside.
And
Oh,
you
I can't wait to get out of this Ice King's domain.
and you head back to the left rib where you rest for the night. I will say, as a result of being here and spending some money to relax and such, as nobody is suffering any points of exhaustion, I will say the next point of exhaustion that the party will get from travelling will be mitigated. This will allow you to travel through the night past Nimborough for the next day of travel.
Yeah.
3 days. Yeah,
So-
we'll stop there.
Yeah, so it will act as a good barrier for your exhaustion. So you spend the night in the left rib. Is there anything you would like to do, anyone would like to do before going to sleep? And is there any spells or anything that people are casting before going to bed, like any sendings, if there are things that you need to do, Cat, or if there's anything specific other people want to do, such as taking the time to talk to the Ice King, I imagine, is something you might want to do, Romulus.
Yes,
In-
yes.
In such a case, you send a message to
To
him.
check, I
he
can't
messages back.
send pictures from the
No.
hot spring, can I? Damn.
No, you can't send a selfie. You need a selfie stone for that.
That's canon now. Right.
Fuck's sake.
Apparently. New third level spell, selfie. Sends a picture to someone's mind across the world.
That's kind of handy, to be fair.
Actually, you know
That's
what?
actually kind of handy.
That's incredibly useful. Also, I'm sure we've all heard of the absolute bastardry of the sending murdering your BBG through the act of sending them
Yes.
them messages every time they try and go to sleep.
Yeah. That's why all BBGs are equipped with a ring of mind shielding.
Yep.
Ah.
Like, I'm sorry,
Naturally.
your call could not connect. Please leave a message.
Yep. Same with sending them selfies through the selfie spell. Which also, no, you cannot discover it is an ancient magic that has been lost to time. There is one set of selfie stones in existence, and I'm pretty sure that Elgin and Sasha have them. So.
Yeah.
Sasha just sends pictures of ore to Elzian, and Elzian does not get it at all.
So, is there anything anyone would like to do before sleep?
What was the name of the lass that we met in Glasson? I can't remember.
The
her
lass
name.
from Glasson.
Come here.
Glassin.
Come here, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Planning out ascending.
Yeah.
Vinny, were you doing your it's you who usually does Lehman's Tiny Hut, or is it Cat? I can't remember.
No, it's Vinny, not me.
That's
I don't
me.
that.
Vinny, yeah. Are you wanting to do that in the suite, or were you just going to be using the suite beds and stuff?
I'm happy to set it up.
Mhm.
I really don't mind.
So I believe that was the reason why you got the suite initially, is because that way you could set up the Lehman's Tiny Hut inside of it.
Yeah. Very paranoid
Just
at
used
that
to using
time,
it again,
which
to be
we
fair.
probably still should be. So I'm going to set it up, and then people can sleep wherever.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Inside or out.
Sounds good. So, Cat sending ascending, which will require a wild magic roll in a minute. We've got a Lehman's Tiny Hut being set up. Is there anything you want to do before then? Because obviously you'll be locked into the tiny hut before bedtime.
For bedtime. No.
I'd like to have a quick chat with Kirv, if that's all right.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's awesome. Also kind of takes you aside slightly, just kind of trying to stay a little bit out of earshot of kind of everybody and just kind of go. Don't want to be kind of that guy, but like, that what happened,
Uh-huh.
did that, we are we going? Like, was that kind of like a then and done thing, or are we thinking like moving that forward? Like, I don't want to get the wrong idea. I don't want to make it weird. Just, I just want to know where we're at.
I believe winging it, right? Winging it. That was the plan.
Yeah, winging it works. Yeah, it's up to you. I'm down with honestly whatever. Mortar kind of looks at his feet.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Mortar will head back in.
Okay. New ground rules, nothing but snuggling inside of the Liam's tiny hut. It's a community space.
We're not animals, Chris. Come on, calm down.
There is a child
The
in
sounds of it, they're probably a
there is a
bit of a
child.
way
Yeah.
away from that.
Yeah, I would say so. Based on
Look,
that.
the vibes I'm getting is these two are going to spend the next 3 months building up to holding hands.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
To
and
be
even
fair,
that's
they've been
spread.
holding hands a lot already, but I think now
Now
that
it's a
there's
thing.
romantic thing, it's like, oh no, we can't do that anymore.
We can't do that in
That's
public.
openly affectionate.
Oh my god. What?
Mortar's literally just like, I mean, I'm down. Like, that's great. And then it's just like, wait and see. And Mortar's like, okay, if that's what you want to do.
Okay. Kat, you were sending a
Oh,
sending.
this
Are
is
you
gonna be the
ready for
next
that?
few months, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah. Yep. So I'm sending to Onveki,
Okay.
and it is I'm
Please.
back in Overt Grow, been to Glasson, saved the friend, met Kamir on the way back to Zaker's, corruption worsening.
There's a little bit of a pause, almost as if taking in the information. Glad you've met Khmer. Shall I meet you in Zaker's? Or do you have plans to get to the court? Good to hear from you.
Okay. I will reply to that send-in.
Mm-hmm.
Would be nice if you could meet at Zaker's. Planning to also meet Grandad.
There is again another pause. I'll send him your regards. He's in the next room.
Ooh.
Reply. Don't let me contact him first.
Understood.
Okay, now I've got
Hope
3
all
wild
is
magics,
well.
I guess.
And everyone is okay. I'll meet you in Zaker's, probably travelling with Theamar. Good luck.
Okay. Oh, I'll reply. How long is it going to take for us to get to Zaker's? Leaving a day/2 days for Goose.
2.5 rest. 2.5 days. So about 2 to 3 days to get to where you believe the goose to currently be. If it's moved, obviously that may turn things around, but that's roughly the time frame you're looking for. And then obviously teleporting to Zaker's then means that you'll be working
I can't teleport to Zaker's unless I go to the underground and we can't.
Oh, I see. So then walking to Zaker's.
So we've got to walk it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you were to, instead of going across country to Zaker's, and you went to Braylin instead, where you and Onveki actually got you Terrador.
Okay.
That would be, because it would be a half day. 1, 2, 3. It'll be about a 3-day travel to Braylin. So in about a week.
Okay.
In about a week, you could meet him in Braylin.
I will reply for the last time then. Actually, meeting Braylin in about a week.
Understood. I'll meet you there.
Braylin the
I'll
town.
arrive early just in case.
Okay, cool. Right, I will roll 4 wild magics then, I guess.
Yep.
Is that 4
Just roll
sendings?
all 4. Yeah. Any
We're good.
particularly low rolls? No. Everything was
No.
a 16 or higher on 4 rolls.
wow.
Insane.
Damn. I need
Nice.
to improve crit.
Improve critical on sending. It doubles the words
Yeah.
you can send. Oh,
Oh, hell yes!
Mind
A 1
blowing.
for crit there.
Game
He's
changer.
just received half of a monologue from Jeff.
and then there's just static reply of like there's confusion and ums and ers of the horrors he's heard from Jeff as he has sung his crystalline.
It was just Mind Spike or Psychic Scream or something.
Yeah,
like
something like that.
God. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's all I'm gonna send.
Alrighty.
So
you send those and you bed down for sleep. I will ask for paranoia's sake who is sleeping in the dome, and is anybody sleeping out of the dome?
Oh, I'm going to be sleeping in the dome. I'm paranoid.
I'm also gonna be in the dome.
Okay.
Sleep outside.
Sleep outside? Okay. So you'll be sleeping in one of the
Yeah,
beds of the
don't
suite?
If you get eaten, I'm gonna laugh.
The bed
That
eats
will
you, it's a
not
be
mimic.
good.
Haha!
That's
No.
That's fine.
It just
That's how I
sinks,
wanted to go.
sinks into the mimic, wakes.
Unceremoniously into the night.
In a movement of solidarity, Kirv's also going to sleep outside.
This is just so that they can pine at each other.
They can sit there facing one another in separate beds and just like gaze into one another's eyes and then get embarrassed and turn over, and then both of them just kind of go on their phones and they're just texting one another, right?
I mean,
And Vinny, you're
Mortar's
obviously
gonna
inside the dome.
I obviously have to stay in the dome, so
Whilst in the dome, I will be sending off my little message to.
He'll have to be outside the dome. Magic can't.
Yeah,
pass
you'll
through
have
it.
to be outside the
Okay,
dome.
I'll go outside the dome and then come back in later.
Yeah.
I guess.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. Unless there's something specific you want to say, we'll just have it be that you send him a message and he replies to the message, just kind of asking how your day's been.
I won't go into the specifics, but it's just saying what we've done today. That it was very nice at the hot springs, and we are looking forward to a bit more traveling tomorrow. How was your day? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
And just sort of like we kind of went hard into the whole. Let's do all of the stuff. Now we're in the sort of like let's get to know each other stage.
Yeah. So I'd say in response, he says that he's obviously catching up a lot with work after the festivities.
still cleaning up the room.
No, not at all. The room was clean when we went in. It's clean when you left. It's fine. So yeah, it's mainly just like talking about how it's catching up with a lot of duties that need to be done as the Ice King, meeting with important officials, receiving letters, various sendings from all kinds of individuals, where he has like scribes and stuff that write down what he needs to, what gets said on letters that then get handed to him during a busy day, and then he'll reply to them as and when he can. As he kind of goes through the notions of talking, he does let you know that it's quite possible, or at the end of each month, there is a busy period where he has to kind of deal with stuff. So as a result, he won't be as reachable during that time. During which time you will receive word. You will be sending you can send your messages at any time, and they'll be recorded by a scribe.
Oh.
So yeah. So just
Note
general
to, note to self: no sexting.
Yeah. Because the way that it works is you'd hand off the sending stone to a scribe, and the scribe's job is to receive a call and write it down, just on a letter, and while they're completing other administrational duties, and then they go from there. And that way they can just write it down and pass on the letter when need be, and then they'll reply the next day. So a little bit delayed, but like an email.
So, if he were to do a sext, would this guy be the one coming up with the response?
No.
No.
It.
He would just
Maybe
record
it
it,
would be-
hand it off, and then the Ice King would reply as and when he can,
Ah,
if he
well.
wants to.
Yeah.
He might have to feign it being junk mail. Who knows? How did they get hold of the sending stone? Oh, who knows?
So you know how these advertising companies are.
I signed up for a newsletter one time.
Big muscle Minotaurs in your area today.
Oh god.
Oh man, the adverts were true. All right, so you send your sending, receiving it back. You all head to sleep. Is anybody on watch for paranoia's sake, or just going with it as normal, just asleep in an inn?
Jeff is going to be on watch because
Okay.
he can sleep on my back during the day.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. He's also had a wonderful day of not drowning, so that's all right.
Fair.
Which the only reason he didn't drown was because it was water-breathing water. Jeff does actually.
Okay, so he does.
He does actually require air. Yeah.
Okay. Right, good to know. I'm glad that that's cleared up in case I thrust him in water and he's like, oh, he's died. What?
Just have a dead bird in your hand. Okay.
Don't worry, you get used to it.
Okay. So, go ahead and roll a perception check for Jeff then. And Filch and Eugene as well, if you would like them to perceive as well.
Will they require to sleep over the day?
No, they've had the relaxation. They don't need to. Those familiars, they don't need to sleep. So they're able to do what needs to be done. Just
Okay, so
Yeah.
D20 for each.
Yep.
Dean.
Oh, that's a 16 and a 17.
Okay. So I believe Filch and Eugene have a +2 to their perception, so that is an 18 and a 19 for them. Okay.
Damn.
Good for something.
And what did you get with Jeff?
15.
15? Okay. During the night, there are individuals who do move to and from. There's like a little bit of laughter of what you can suspect might be a few drunk patrons just going back to their room. Kind of the clatter of feet as people do. But it begins to quieten down. It begins to kind of reach that segment of night where it's generally quite gentle and quite nice. There's a moment where like Mortar and Kirv are in bed, and there's a moment where Filch and Eugene are kind of just being nuisances, and they kind of go over and they steal Mortar's shoes and pretend they're hats for a bit.
I would fucking kill a bird.
You don't know.
What did they roll?
Go on then, Kirv. Roll me stealth. See if Filch and Eugene get away with wearing
AC is 18.
Futz's hat. Oh, it was -5 because you're asleep.
I'm 13.
Filch and Eugene have a
That's a
+2.
10 and a 12.
A 10 and a 12. Okay, so Filch is fine. Eugene, however, like there's a moment where his beak gets caught in the boot. And Mortar, you kind of
Mortar leaps out of bed and tries grabbing him.
Okay. You grab the boot and you just see like a
No,
flustered
Eugene.
Eugene sat on the floor, kind of wings splayed out to either side, just kind of looks up at you. And just kind of then flaps off and
bitch.
lands on the end of the bed for Kirv.
Protect me, Kirv.
Mm-hmm.
Mortar gets back into bed and goes back to sleep.
Okay. Filch then hops out from under the bed, kind of slowly tips the boot off of his head and gets back into position. Okay. As the night goes by, there's a moment, Kirv, where you are woken by, I believe it would be Filch rolled the higher of, oh no, Eugene rolled the higher of the two, I believe. As Eugene otherwise kind of pecks you on the foot, like on the end of your toe, and you just kind of wake up and you hear the telepathic message from your familiar. Boss, there's someone at the window.
Oh, don't like that.
The window.
Hmm.
All right, Kirv sits up, still in bed, but looks over at the window.
Okay, make me a perception check. And a stealth check as well if you're trying to do this sneakily.
She is half asleep. She is not thinking about stealth.
Okay. Perception?
12.
Okay, 12. You look out the window. You see what seems to be a shifting of snow, but there's no one there.
Oh, sorry, is it Filch who was talking, or Eugene?
Eugene.
Eugene, are you sure you're not just seeing things? You did eat a lot of cheese.
I saw someone. I swear.
You swear?
Fuck.
For what?
He swore.
So what was that last? He said
He
fuck.
swore.
Yeah.
He swore.
I don't think I've ever heard... I didn't know crows could swear.
Of course I can.
They are your crows.
They're your crows.
Yeah.
They're your
If anything, it's
crows.
surprising they haven't done it earlier.
I didn't know Eugene had the backbone, to be honest.
Well, he's immediately hiding under his wing, so.
All right, okay. Kirv then gets out of bed and she, as she walks by, she kicks Mortar on the ankle to get him to
Yeah.
wake up.
No. What?
Okay. So, Mortar, you're awake.
Eugene thinks there's something at the window. Go use your eyes over there.
Mortar will get his get Black Scorpion and walk over to the window.
Okay.
And he'll take a look outside and see
Okay.
if there's anything there.
You
He'll be as
open...
quiet as he can.
Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. And given this is darkness, you will actually have expertise in this at the moment.
Well, hey. Happy days, let's see.
So I believe that would be a bonus +4 on top of your actual stealth at the moment.
Damn! Damn, son, where'd you find this? I actually don't have tabletop open because of
Oh,
because my
PC
computer
crash.
crashed. So,
I will roll.
yeah, bear with me. So I have a
Stealth check
+12.
is a 19,
Okay,
so it's a
19.
31.
Damn!
You step forward, kind of slowly but surely, carefully. You unlatch the door. You unlatch the double-windowed door. Given the nature of this, I'll say the rest of the party that's in the dome don't know this is going on because they're protected from any rush of cold air that would come into the room. Jeff would probably wake you up, Cat, given the nature of what's happening. So you probably stir.
I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna just sort of like watch while laying there what they're up to because I know these two have been doing things together for a little while now.
Yeah. Okay. You watch as Mortar otherwise opens the double windows. A little bit of a rush of cold air comes in as he steps outside. Make me a perception check.
Okie dokie. With advantage because of my goggles?
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, just logging
Yep,
in now.
That's right.
There
I heard the sound of you jumping in.
we go. And I'm back. Okay, so that's 8.
And just to note now that if he does see something, Kirv is going to start putting her armor on.
Okay.
That's a 24.
24. Okay. You see outside, you don't see anyone per se, but as you look at the balcony, you do note that the railing has what looks to be prints of where somebody was standing.
Creepy.
Standing on the railing.
Yes.
Does it look like the snow has fallen forwards, or there is no snow that's fallen kind of like and like clumped in like a pile or anything? Almost like have they?
The
does it seem
snow,
like
the
they jumped
snow,
away?
the snow has been compressed. So it looks like the individual has landed on the snow and compressed a little bit, and little bits have fallen off to either side where it's been pushed. But afterwards, go ahead and roll me a survival check.
That's a 23.
23. You can see that the print, it's a little bit of a... I'd say it's very careful in this instance, but the movement seems to have been intentional and seems to be slightly more forward, as if they were leaping up and towards, possibly to either a room above or the roof.
How high is the roof above us?
Probably about a good 10-15 feet. You're on the middle floor of the three.
I'll go back inside. I'll close the doors and I'll say, and just kind of quietly to Kirv, I'll say, it looks like someone was there. I think they may have gone upstairs onto the roof. I'm gonna go take a look. You want to come? And Mortar's already putting his coat on, or his cloak, sorry.
If I don't go, you're going to be alone, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Let me know how that goes.
Yeah, I know. And she'll start putting on her armor.
I'll poke my head out the dome. What are you two doing?
Oh, don't worry about it. There was just somebody standing on the balcony watching us sleep. We're going to go check it out.
I'll send Filch back if we need backup.
Knowing how reliable familiars truly are to be able to get to people. You know what? Jeff, go with them. Take Jeff with, I'll watch.
Jeff nods.
You got it.
If something happens, I can wake everyone else and bring them. Be
Okay,
careful.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you getting to the roof?
So we could always go up the outside because we both have abilities to teleport, right?
I have Thunder Step. Which...
Oh,
Good
damn.
lord.
That will wake everyone up.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Oh no,
Mortar
it looks
looks-
like I might have to stay behind.
Mortar rolls his eyes and goes on ahead.
Ah, bollocks. Okay,
Okay, so I better ask then. Mortar, how are you scaling this?
Mortar is going to initially he's going to go outside of the room, not the balcony. He's going to look to see if there's any kind of stairs or any ladder, loft, entrance or anything like that.
There are stairs that you know lead
It's
to the
like
upper
an-
floor, but you've never been up there.
Great. Mortar will begin moving up there as quietly as he can.
Okay. I'll say make me an investigation check. We'll run off of your previous stealth until it might become relevant.
I will mention that Kirv is going to try and clamber out after, and also make the climb
Well, this is on the inside. This is on the inside of the building currently, so that's like
on
so
the
it should be
inside.
okay.
Oh, that's
okay,
a nat
I'm not
20.
following.
Let's fucking go!
Nat 20.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Fucking go!
You go up.
-2.
So 23. You
That's why I'm so hyped about this.
So, you go up the stairs to the next floor up. You note that there are linings of doors on either side. It looks to be more of a kind of an open living area. What looks to be kind of like a separate bar up the top here for what you suspect are like the expensive suites. There's just kind of a little dicky bar. There is somebody currently sat behind it. They don't seem to have noticed your presence, but as Kirv kind of takes a few steps up the stairs, they kind of look over and they note the two of you. Oh, my apologies. We are after a drink at this hour. The individual in question seems to be kind of a lanky, what looks to be a little bit more of a thin Orcan individual. A little bit old, kind of balding in a few spaces with a few liver spots. Not as bulky as you would expect a regular orc, but somebody of more of an aged stature.
Sorry to disturb you, man. We're just here to. Do you know where we can get roof access or anything like that? We need to get up there pretty fast.
There isn't any way to get to the roof, I'm afraid. Where usually, if there's any maintenance that needs to be done, there's a ladder that we use that allows us to get from the ground floor up. Why? Has there been an issue?
Maybe. We're not sure yet. We're going to go and check it out for you.
If there's an issue, you can always alert the. You can always let Kelsey know, and she'll get one of the bouncer individuals to deal with the issue.
Problem is, we don't really know if it's an issue yet, but it may become one. So
Don't worry, we can take care of ourselves.
I
we should be able to
see.
manage.
You watch as he kind of trails off before his head hits the deck of the bar. And
Well, you're just giving him heart attack. Well done.
you note that he is asleep.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
You didn't do that, right?
Nah. I can put people to sleep, but not like that.
Well, let's go
Also,
find that ladder
yes.
then.
Yeah. I was gonna say you go look for the ladder. I'm just gonna take a look outside, see if I can get a better view. I might be able to jimmy my way up if there's some like loose stones or something. I could like some like protruding like bits in the rock. I can like hold on to in the wall. I don't know.
All right, be careful though.
Of course, I'm anything but careful. Wait.
Yeah, don't
Mortar-
lie to me.
Mortar pokes his head out and kind of is there like a balcony entrance there as well?
Not necessarily a balcony. There is a window on this floor. The balconies would all be tied to individual rooms, which you don't know if any are currently in use. So you'd be risking walking in on people sleeping.
Sadly, it wouldn't be the first time.
It would also potentially require lockpicks, as you were equipped with a key for your room. So,
Mortar, little known fact about Mortar. Mortar reaches into his pack and pulls out some thieves' tools, as he is proficient with thieves' tools.
this is if you want. There is a window on your current floor that allows you to just get to the outside. It's not a balcony, but it's a window.
Oh, in which case, then that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, this is all entirely unnecessary. You're just doing it for the hell of it.
Yeah, no, we'll go to the window then. Yeah, is the window locked?
You go over. The window isn't. It's locked from the inside, so you can quite easily kind of turn the lock and push the window open.
I like to think he tries and pick it anyway.
He's an idiot, but he's not that much of an idiot.
He locks the window and is like, this lock is so difficult.
He locks the window. Honestly, I've never met such a formidable foe. And I fought Romulus. But this window... Okay. Yeah. How big is the window? Like, would
it's
be able to fit through it?
yes.
Open?
Romulus wouldn't without probably breaking the window, given his size and stature. Same with Cat, because you wouldn't really have a place to stand. But you can crouch and kind of squat in the window and pull yourself up and over it because it opens outwards. So, trying to think but think of it like a double door. It swings outwards to the outside from there.
Perfect. Does it look like there's anything to stand on out there, or is it just literally a free fall down?
There's the window ledge itself, but other than that, it would be a free fall down. You do note that from this angle, you would be able to see a few balcony ledges, including your own.
Okay. Good to know. Yeah. So looking up, how high is the roof away from us now? Like looking up, kind of like as like looking through the
Probably
window.
about like 6, 7 feet from where you are.
6 or 7 feet.
So if you were to stand on the ledge and have a good grip, you could possibly like swing yourself up there if you've got the athletics for it or the acrobatics.
Mortar's actually going to cast levitate to get up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You cast levitate. During this time, Kirv, you're on the inside. What would you like to do?
So this is where.
And who's holding Jeff?
Would be.
Yeah, Jeff would have been following Mortar.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I can keep Jeff close.
Yeah, that's fine. And Kirv, sorry, what were you doing?
I'll be doing my best to protect him.
Sorry. So the ladder would be around. What was it? The bottom floor. Or...
They mentioned that there was a ladder that they used. They did not specify where. So you'd have to go investigating, and if you're trying to do that, you'd have to be quiet, but you have disadvantage on stealth. So
yeah,
it's up to you.
I might as well give it a shot.
Okay, go ahead and make me a stealth check with disadvantage, followed by an investigation check.
Oh, quick thing before you go. Maybe
Uh-huh.
let's put a blanket around the old man's shoulders. We've left the window open. It's fucking cold out here.
Kirv just looks at the frail old man. Well, I mean,
No, don't you say it. Don't you say it.
he looks old already.
That's
All right, Kirv puts a cover over the old man.
Okay, and then you go
Mortar.
sneaking off.
has a massive grin on his face.
So
Smothers him.
what's the stealth?
You want me to tuck him in?
Yes.
Kirv just groans. That is with disadvantage. That actually is not too bad. I rolled a 16, 18.
18. Okay.
Nice.
Despite the heavier armor, you manage to sneak down the stairs to the bottom floor, managing to avoid any too much noise that you might wake any of the patrons or anyone else. As you otherwise reach the bar, you note that at this hour, Kelsey is still there. She seems to be otherwise kind of cleaning things down, although she is yawning here and there. One of the other serving individuals has got about and put all of the chairs on the tables and stuff, as they otherwise call over. Right, I'm going to head off home. You have a good night, Kelsey. You're going to lock up after? Yeah, I'll do that. They don't seem to have noticed you as you come down the stairs.
So do I now need to look for this ladder? Or do I need to sneak past these guys?
You're going to need to look for the ladder. Where would you like to begin in a place you have no idea where stuff is?
Where would a ladder be? Against a wall, I presume.
Okay.
Right, look at the walls.
Go ahead and make me an investigation check.
Yeah. Ooh, big rolls.
Minus.
What? Sorry, was it investigation? Is that a 17?
17, 19 minus 2. Nice. You go looking around for a ladder. None of the walls seem to be adorned with ladders by any means. You can't see any. There are other rooms on this floor. You know that. You know there's a kitchen. There could be a larder. There could be a storage room. You're always looking around. You can't see a ladder anywhere.
Ladder does sound like ladder.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
Yes!
All right, Kirv.
Are we going to climb down the ladder?
Yes, of course. Right.
Ascends the ladder.
So I think a
Kirv
little bit of
taps into
time.
the force. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, a little bit of time has passed as you've had to make your way down to the bottom floor stealthily, and you've had a quick look around and not seen anything. So I say we'll go back to Mortar here. Mortar,
Yeah.
you cast Levitate and you begin to float up the outside. You otherwise quite easily re-enter the cold, floating upwards, your cloak otherwise billowing about with the gentle wind. Go ahead and roll me a perception check or investigation check.
You know it's that perception. You know for a fact it's perception.
What? You don't want to use your -2 skill?
Nah, bro.
Okay.
That is 23.
23. Looking up and at the roof, you can see that there is a crisp layer of snow across all of it. It's very even, suggesting that there haven't been anybody on the roof, as it would look like. As you otherwise, do you continue floating up? Are you staying at this level and going back in?
No, I'm going up. I need to make sure that we're safe.
Okay. You keep going up. You, as you keep floating up, you kind of reach the top of the kind of the sheer pointedness of the roof here, and as you get close to it, you can see that there are a set of footprints on the top, as if someone was perched on the top here. Roll me a survival check to see if you can identify whether this is recent, whether this has been here for a while.
Oh,
Say natural 20. Let's go for a total of 32.
32.
Oh no, 37 because
37.
of the +5.
Yeah. You otherwise look at the footprints, and you note that they have slightly more snow on them than the ones below did. It seems the individual may have been on the roof before and then got to your balcony afterwards. Since then, you have no idea where they've gone. but you note that the footprints are here.
All right. Well, there's no one to see here. I'm gonna just kind of do a quick scan over the kind of just the almost the city kind of below and just see if I can spot anything, like anyone who looks like they may be like lurking behind like a chimney or something like that, or just trying to stay low, not be noticed.
Go ahead and make me another perception check. That's a D4.
I know, I lied to myself. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Looking about the city as best you can see that there are individuals moving about, what seem to be members of the Rime Guards and the Rime Wardens moving to and from, as they are kind of otherwise strolling the city as they would do. And you can see their lights, you can see the elementals that move with them. You don't see any individuals moving about that would particularly pique your interest. You don't really see many at all at this time of night. It's mainly just Rime Wardens. There's the occasional person who, like, there seems to be a person who's kind of wrapped up warm, kind of wandering back and seemingly gets to their door, unlocks it and goes inside. Possibly a late night drinker or someone who fell asleep at the pub. You're not sure. But other than that, there's nobody who particularly kind of sticks out.
I think as a last precaution before Mortar goes back inside, he would be remiss. Oh no, actually, I don't know if I can. Oh no, I should be able to. I'm going to because levitate is concentration for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say I was still holding concentration on it?
Yeah, that's fine. I believe it's 10 minutes for levitate.
Okay.
But...
Oh, okay, cool. I will descend down. I will close the window for the old man outside.
I'll say one.
Descend down to.
As you're beginning to descend down, you hear the sound of the window closing. After you hear like somebody left the window open, and the window closes and locks from the inside.
No worries, that's fine. Mortar just kind of smiles to himself and goes past the window and kind of lands on the balcony outside. And he's just going to use now abilities, where are you? Spatial awareness. Just to make sure that there's nothing still within a close radius of us. So I expand my consciousness 30 feet to detect the thoughts of any creature that has an intelligence of 4 or higher for 10 minutes.
Okay. You otherwise expand your spatial awareness out. You get a lot of pings from a lot of people who are in their rooms. Most of them seem to be what you would consider dormant or otherwise dreaming. So individuals are asleep. You do get the ping from the old man upstairs, as you know that he is there. You also get the ping from Kirv, who is downstairs, and seemingly currently seemingly trying to investigate what I can only assume would next be the kitchen, trying to sneak into the kitchen. You also watch as an individual kind of steps out from the front door, and you see an individual kind of rub their hands together and begin to leave, pulling up a cloak and pulling a hood over as they leave the tavern itself, or the inn itself, sorry.
Okay. Did we see them when we were down there earlier, or has it been a few hours since then?
I'll say that you've seen, like, you can guess the stature enough. This was a member of staff when you were here previously. So you get the general sense that they are heading home for the day.
In which case, then, the last thing to do would be to just let Kirv know that not to worry about it. I think they're gone. Whatever it was, I don't think it's anything to worry about. So I'll head down and let Kirv know.
Okay. How are you getting back in?
I mean, in fairness, I am watching.
Also,
from Jeff.
Oh, right, that's
I
right.
can
Jeff,
see he's
that's
at the
right.
balcony.
Jeff
yeah,
is
that's
with him.
true.
So, Kat, you go over, you open the balcony, then you crawl back into the demon's tiny hut.
Oh, thanks, Cat.
That's... Just gonna crawl back over there.
Okay.
Mortar kind of step over everybody and make his way down to Kirv.
Yeah, you go downstairs, you let Kirv know before any real travesty would happen of her accidentally getting in trouble for being found in the kitchen at a late night, and you head back to your room. You get back to sleep, the hours go by, the rest undisturbed
just-
for the most part.
Sorry, do you mind if just before Kirv goes to bed, she will turn to Eugene, say, I couldn't see anything. Was it a person?
Yeah. Person
Any
shaped?
details?
No. I woke you up as soon as I saw them.
Great to have you on the team, bud.
Thank
She
you.
goes to sleep. And she goes to sleep.
You find a letter from Eugene of his resignation the next day.
No,
Really?
he can't leave.
He comes back and he's like, damn it!
Ah.
Oh, I'm stuck in a prison.
Yeah.
So, you all wake the next day. Some of you none the wiser unless your party inform you of what happened.
I would be telling.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So Romulus and Vinny, you're let in on this as you're getting ready for the day to prepare for the move. Man, I have a lot to say on that.
Okay, so naturally you've got a robust and detailed description of the suspect, right?
Yeah, tell him, Eugene.
It's so brutal.
Okay, I'm going to use my ring to cast Speak with Eugene.
Oh, poor Eugene.
Right, give me every detail.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
They-
boy.
If I could see a bird sweat, he'll be
they,
sweating right
they
now.
were humanish shape. Crouched on the balcony. Slightly reflective eyes. Next I looked back, they were gone. After Kirv woke up and they must have noticed her.
Don't put this on me. Also, did they have reflective eyes because you were looking at them through a window?
Maybe.
Right.
I can't see glass. I'm a
Oh.
bird.
Oh.
Right, reflective. They didn't have a tail, did they?
Not that I saw.
Hmm. Did you get any sense of how tall they were?
They were crouched.
I'm-
So probably your height.
Hmm.
Well, whoever they were,
Sorry, how tall's Vinny?
5'11".
Ah.
I mean, whoever they were pretty good. Based on what I found, they came from the roof, dropped down onto the balcony, and just must have escaped from there. I investigated the area and couldn't find anything, no signs of anything except for the where they had been standing and where they had descended from. Other than that, I lost them.
Hmm. I mean, I guess it's possible they weren't even here for us. Be a hell of a coincidence, though.
I mean, do any of us know anyone who might be potentially on their backs because of it's either something we did to them or you know anyone who has any reflective eyes who has a grudge against us. Like, no names are coming to my mind.
Well, we very much know the Herald of Husk has been in pursuit of us.
And
Yeah,
all of
I
his
think they would.
underlings.
I would like to point
They
out that
wouldn't have
skeletons don't tend to have reflective eyes, but I could be wrong. I mean, I am the DM after all.
You don't know.
Skeleton with
You don't know, nor do I.
big glass eyes in its socket.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's all.
That's a flex right there.
There was
Purely to be like confounding.
there was the silver, the molten silver magic-y stuff. Maybe they dunked into it, and now they've got cool metal
That's true.
eye sockets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the point of
We're
the whole
just-
ritual.
We're just giving
That's the
us
only point. They just
ideas.
wanted eyes. They just wanted the Sharingan. They're all Naruto fans.
Eugene, so you said they had reflective eyes. Were they of any specific color, or were they just like a mirror?
Like a mirror.
So what, kind of like a cat?
He looks at you with a moment of like, am I an idiot to you? Yes?
Oh.
You did good, buddy.
Oh well, guys.
Either way, whatever it was, it didn't attack us, so that's an improvement.
Mm,
Kind of unnerving,
They
right?
can't have got much out of that unless they were after something very specific.
It's actually just Blenoir Bonk on recon.
An
He
agent you
didn't want
specifically
Romulus,
sent to
but
you.
now Romulus is
Now
with
that
someone
I'm off
else. It's
off
like,
the table. It's like, well,
yeah.
Unless they were trying to gauge our numbers.
oh god, do I have to have a conversation with the Ice King about whether we're exclusive or not?
Probably.
Oh god.
Well, I guess that's, yeah. I guess we'll have to keep an eye out. I mean, we're either being pursued by someone or they weren't even here for us.
I'm sure we'll find out in time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, should we get moving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well roll up.
You get moving, the day is yours. You leave the city of Ovok Grow, and for the first time in a while, I actually have to roll for weather.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh
yes.
no.
Oh no!
Cleo.
Travel notes, weather was that previously. I need to roll 2d10 for this, I think, or it's 2d8. I'll find out which in a mo. I'll roll both and open up the document. Travel system. Okay, so it'll be a 13 or an 8. No, a 12 or an 8. The roll is... not on this document. Gosh, damn it.
Whatever one benefits us the best.
I opened up the wrong one. What do you mean downloading? I put it there. So that was the D8, so that's a 12. There is no change. The weather is stable, and it is a good day to travel.
Happy days.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, go ahead and roll me 2d10, someone, for the day's travels.
New year, first travel. Who's got it?
Well, it's not Damien, so we're all good. No matter who rolls, we should be okay.
Alright.
Maybe you're being followed by
What am I
Damien.
rolling?
2d10.
2d10.
These ones here.
Green ones. That's fine, yeah.
I don't want to roll in case it goes wrong.
5.
I don't know what that means.
I think it may have just gone wrong, guys.
Okay. So you get a variance roll because you've travelled along this road before, which will be to your benefit, plus or minus. Minus is definitely bad in this situation because lower is worse. So plus... Okay, yeah. You begin travelling towards Nimbero. Your journey is quick. You've travelled along this road before. You know what to expect, and you don't need to be as cautious. So you travel with relative speed. As dusk does begin to hit, you spot what looks to be a camp of individuals outside Nimbero, and you suspect that they could quite possibly be either raiders or scouts or hunters. You're not sure. All you know is that going near Nimbero is going to be very dangerous. So, how are you going to do this? Are you going to try and cut through so that you, and just try and be quick about it so that you can save some time? Are you going to walk round? Or are you potentially going to divert a long way so as you do not have to roll, but it will use up more time?
How did we piss off these guys again?
We killed a lot of people.
Yeah, they had like a temple where Carver was being held, right? It was that.
No. These guys are the ones
Oh.
where we killed the citizens in an assassination attempt.
You guys killed the citizens.
You're
We as
still
a
holding on
party.
to that.
You better believe it is my one thing that I did that was good.
True, we can't take that from you. We'll let you keep that.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Until you get another one in the post-campaign wrap-up.
Until I get another one, yeah, absolutely.
So how are you handling this?
I mean, how far away are we from them?
I'd say you're far enough away that you can see the light for whatever camp they may be using, whether that be a campfire or lantern light, whatever the case may be. You can see it from where you are. You know that you can divert round, kind of cutting close to the village and going around. That way you'll be able to avoid the majority of eyes, but people might be looking out for you. Or you can go around the long way, and then there will be no rolls involved, but it will just take up more time. Or you can cut straight through, and you can try and figure out a way to get past them without being having to spend extra time.
I mean, I do have. I mean, if we do decide to go the path of violence, if these guys are raiders, I do have a sniper rifle. I can just start taking pot shots at them while you guys.
Good lord! Let's piss the city off even more. I think we should go round them.
They're raiders.
I don't know this.
They could be raiders. They could be hunters. They could be scouts. Either way,
Right. Sorry, I thought. I thought it was pre-established they were raiders. I was like, oh well, we'll just kill them.
No, they're individuals who come from the who are from this community, because I'd say this is something that you're more akin to knowing. From where you are and where you grew up, that the southern side of that used to get raided a lot by Ice King Domain raiders, because it was a hot spot for conflict.
Okay, cool. All right then. Yeah, never mind. I rescind that.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't really fancy any awkward conversations with this lot again.
No, likewise.
I'd happily just go the long way round.
How much longer will the long way round take us?
So it'll be a couple of extra hours. So
okay, it's not like an extra couple of days.
You're looking at where you would have been arriving at wherever Kirv's destination is, provided there are no hiccups, at about just past midday. You'll be getting closer to evening, which means that if there are any things going on, you might not spot certain things because DCs might go up. There's also an easier nature of being able to hide, but that comes at a disadvantage that other people can do the same.
But also, you were saying earlier, we wouldn't take disadvantage from our first night of travel, right? So if we decide to travel through, we could make up any lost time that we would have lost in going straight through.
Yeah.
Then I think we should just go around then and then just travel through the night.
Okay.
Yeah, minimize the risk of causing any new problems.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably for the best.
Taking the long way round, you travel around the exterior, making sure you're clearly out of eye shot the whole time, before continuing on your way to the next campsite. Who would like to roll the next day of events? Mortar, do you want to go?
I will.
Roll. Vinny, you go. Yeah.
No, go for it, Vinny. Yeah, go for it.
2d10.
Yep, 2d10.
What's good in this circumstance? By the
High
way?
rolls are good because nothing happens, and usually like better things will happen. But they do increase on the tracker. So 12. Okay. Variance roll in this instance. So I've got a 4, so I can make that a 16, or I can make that an 8. Well, I'll make it a 16, because 16 is nothing happens.
Days.
The day
I
of travel...
love it when nothing happens.
Yeah. The day of travel
actually
goes
debate.
relatively quickly, relatively easily, and you make it to the campsite the next day. There doesn't seem to be anybody traveling this time of year. You suspect with it getting closer to winter, people are beginning to ease off of travel, should we say.
First thing in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
can I do something? Because I was meant to do it that night, but completely forgot.
Okay.
I need to send a sending.
2.
Fairmar.
Okay.
So Cat goes up to Romulus. This was like was on his hands. Shows him a note. Like, I think I need to tell him now.
I believe that's best. Do you want me to be there with you?
So she's gonna hold his hand and cast sending. Okay, right. So she's gonna say, "It's Ellie. Please meet in Braylin within a week. I want to clear everything up before the court. I'm not how you remember me. I am sorry." And that'll be the sending.
Do we not want him to go to Zaka's?
No,
Or
no,
like-
we're all meeting in Braylin because it was easier for us to get there,
Okay.
for them to get there and us to meet
Yeah,
there.
it cuts
Oh,
two.
cool.
It cuts 2 days of travel off, which then means that you can be a little bit late if you need to be.
Good. Yeah. Good.
There is a pause, and in that time you are a little bit worried. There is a moment where Cat's grip does kind of increase, but then there is a reply. Good to hear from you. I understand, and I'll meet you there. And you don't need to apologize. I've seen what's been happening.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Cat looks over at Mortar.
He knows we're incompetent. Mozart buries his head in the snow like an ostrich.
Hey, look. It was a suspicion, but now it's kind of been confirmed. Yeah, he's been scrying on you for a long time.
Yeah. Cat had a feeling because there was nothing stopping him. He can't now, but there was nothing stopping him then.
Best part was, during like the beginning of the campaign, shortly after Kay got Dispel Magic, he dispelled one of Fairmar's scrying eyes.
Oh.
That's awesome.
Oh.
That was when you were below Zaka's Crossing, while ago.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that was
Okay.
that was shortly after meeting Kirv. So that was a long time ago.
Oh, good times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The sending has finished.
Just looks over at Romulus. Well, he doesn't sound angry.
No. I'm certain that, if anything else, he's just glad to hear from you.
But it has confirmed something. He has been watching.
Yes, this is not necessarily fortunate, but it may end up being a boon to us if it means that we don't necessarily have to make quite so many excuses. It'll be all right, whatever happens.
Yeah,
BRB.
I hope so. Okay, well, now that's out the way, let's get this done. and get there.
Yes. Everyone, onwards.
Okay. Okay, so you take your rest. So you go to rest, and you go through the night fairly easily in Emma's tiny hut, and prepare for the day ahead. Is there anything you wish to do before sleep or anything else?
Alright, no, I want to put a proposal past the party. At some point, whenever I have another elemental that I would like to summon, in case we get into a fight. But it is strong. Like, it will hit hard. And it flies.
Oh, they fly now?
Oh, Cinder technically flies, but yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There's no rush to do it, but it's just...
I mean, hey, if it's another resource on our side that we could potentially utilize, then yeah, I'm game. Also, if it flies, hear me out. Operation Sniper Tower 2.
Cat just laughs, like, almost hysterically. It's just catch us so off wing, especially after everything that's happened. Just sort of like,
It's not really a tower, is it? It's
the
Well,
first
that
one
kicks
wasn't
Romulus in
really
the
a
shin.
tower.
How about Sniper Butterfly?
Oh, fuck, it's good. Oh, fuck, that's good.
It
I
was
resent my
something I
kick.
wanted to propose because it's something that could be useful for future fights.
Yeah, I'm completely for it. When do you want to do it?
Whenever people want to do it. In fairness.
I mean, in all fairness, we've, while we put proposals out there, we've been walking for a while now, right? I'm not gonna lie, I could use a bit more, something a bit more dynamic, something to spice it up a little bit. Why don't we do it now? We're in the middle of fuck all. We're in the middle of like fucking nowhere.
We're going to run into so many flying fucks. Alright.
There's just one.
I mean, I'm happy to have a fight now, but
Who we
I'm just
fight?
concerned if it flies up and hits us from a range, there might not be a lot I can do to help.
He can't hit from range. He's a dual sword wielder. He's your elemental, Vinny. He's one I based off of you.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, we have to fight it now.
What kind of elemental is it?
It is a air thunder.
Oh, this is gonna be cool. Mortar's already turning his gun into like sniper with anticipation, looking around for like sniper spots.
You are in a mostly flat plain. There is the occasional like tree, which is a little bit snow covered, a few pines here and there, but
he's very much looking in vain.
Yeah.
Sorry, so we're fighting another elemental?
Yep. Seems that way.
We don't have to do it now. I'm just clearing that up.
Alright, do we have to do it before we get to Braylin? We do have to do it before we get to Braylin, right?
No, I'm just more... After that last combat in that dungeon, when I'd run out of spell slots and all I had was Cinder, I realised we could do with someone to help on the front lines.
Yeah.
And if we don't do it before Braylin, we should wait until after we leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do it round people.
I feel like if we have a resource that we could use, we should utilize it. And what better time than now? We saved a lot of time on the journey. I think it would be worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the kind of person who mostly just rushes into things. Cat, you seem like someone who would actually potentially benefit from actually preparing for things. So, if you think we're ready, then say the word. Otherwise, if you need an evening to prepare stuff, let me know.
I can. How long does it take to cast a spell?
It takes an hour when you do it.
It
via
has
this.
taken an hour. Cool. Okay, so I would have to summon Treladex after.
Yep, you'd have to summon Trilodex
Cool.
afterwards. You also need to cast your other spells before the day begins. I'm going to assume that you do this before you go to bed, so go ahead and roll Wild Magic for Titan Armor, just in case it goes off. This would be going off like partway through the day of travel, so there wouldn't be any casualties. Okay.
Keep going. I'll be right back.
That's right. 2.
2. You
Um,
become God. Please.
Please.
oh, this is funny. All right.
Wait, what?
Cat.
I'm hearing tokens.
So,
No,
Cat,
I've
please
seen
go
a lot of
ahead and
D100.
roll 10 sets of
that's a lot of
D100s as for the next minute you roll on the table every round. So you, at some point during this day,
no.
you cast Titan Armor. When you do, there is a sudden like crack, almost like a snapping within the air, and you watch as this disco rave of things begins to go off. So, we'll begin at the top left and work our way down. The first thing that happens, 44. For the next minute, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action on each of your turns. Nice. 76. You begin to glow with a bright light for a 30-foot radius for the next minute, and you blind anybody who is within 5 feet of you. Nice. 81. You can take an additional action immediately. Nice. 93. Your size increases by 1 category for the next minute as you become a large creature, considering huge when you're carrying stuff because of your stature. Oh, okay. I need to roll a d20. High or low?
High, low.
Hi.
High. Okay. For the next minute, a Kirin shows up and begins to talk to you for some reason for the next minute. You have a lovely conversation before you move on to before things end. 15 for the next minute. You have a 50% chance to gain 5 hit points at the start of each turn or gain 10 temporary hit points at the start of each turn, deciding when it occurs. Or decided when it occurs. Okay, so you probably have like 10 temporary hit points for this next fight, unless you promptly lose them for whatever things happen. All of your hair falls out and will grow back in the next 48 hours. You gain resistance to all damage during this time of random events happening.
Oh, that's awesome.
69. Each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible. So suddenly you disappear. The party panics for a moment. And finally 16. Which again, for the next minute, you gain 10 temporary hit points or regain 5 hit points. So you're going to have 10 temporary hit points for this next fight. And you hit only positives. That is incredible. Well, except for the hair
really
falling
grateful.
out.
Oh yeah, fair. I am
You're
really
a
grateful.
horse, so you're straight up full horse body bold.
True. Disgusting. So.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of the horse is now corrupted creature. So
Yeah, in fairness, I'm like what,
very little hair, a
60%
surprisingly
horse.
short amount of hair falls out. But yeah, so that happened when you cast Titan Armor. A bunch of things happened. It was crazy. The Kirin had a wonderful conversation with you and then promptly disappeared. And they said that if you ever want to chat in the future, just head to Mount Celestia. They'll prepare some cupcakes.
Oh, I am so in.
That would, if that had happened in an encounter, that would have been far more interesting. I'd be willing to do it. But this is just an off the cuff one magic.
Oh, can I get a little waft of hair so I can teleport to him in the future? I don't know if that's how it works, but that's what I want.
I'll allow it if you pick up plane shift later on. You can use the Wad of Hair to help you get to Mount Celestia a little bit easier.
Yes.
There you go.
Sorry, I'm back.
That's all right. You wait. Did you leave and then come back?
Yeah,
Vinny?
I did so.
No, you missed 10 wild magic rolls.
Oh.
As for a full minute, Cat triggered wild magic every turn. So Cat's hair has fallen out. She's currently invisible. Or for the time being. She was resistant to all damage. She has 10 temporary hit points. She met a Kirin, got its number, and can now go to Mount Celestia when she gets plane shift. And everything else was kind of a meh. I mean, she got an extra action immediately, and she got the ability to teleport for a full minute, which was fun. But other than that, nothing really happened.
Yeah. I need to take out the last...
That went surprisingly well. I'm going to need to double check and make sure there are actual negatives on my wild magic table now. Just be like,
well, there are. On number 7 is a fireball. I'm 100% know that
yes,
one.
Yeah.
I've never feared a number so much in my life.
There are actually quite a few, like, looking through there are quite a few negatives of, like, this is centered on yourself. And it's like, oh.
Look, Chris, I'm going to tell you this now. I've got a couple spells to cast, so there's still a chance.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you missed pretty much all the bad ones, which is interesting.
I'll take it. It's the fates have smiled upon us this day.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I do that, if I recall rightly, Romulus finished that bone flute, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and I have got that thing. Alright, then in that case, just before we start, I'm going to cast Hollow Song.
Hollow Song? Okay.
Yep.
So, you all begin to hear this otherwise eerie music begin to come from Cat as she begins to kind of lightly play this bone flute. As it emanates throughout the air around you, that does... what was it?
I'm just quickly reading it now. Up to 5 creatures and me gain 3 rolls of hit dice, not expending them, and use them as temporary hit points.
Okay.
Plus
so...
a d6 to ability checks and damage.
Oh, wow.
And that's for how long?
That is for... It takes a minute to cast, and
Yep.
I don't actually have it written down how long.
I believe
is-
it's just the next roll gets a, or they get a d6 they get to choose when they want to use it.
Yeah, I think that plus 1 d6 to add to the next attack, ability, or damage, or save, until a long rest.
Yeah. So they get
Okay.
I think that should be that they choose because it said because damage is in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So, Mortar, your hit dice is a d10, isn't it?
It depends. Because Ranger is D10, Emissary is D8.
Then use the higher of the two. So you get 3d10 hit points, which you can roll. Romulus, you get 3d12 temporary hit points. Vinny, you get 3d8 temporary hit points. Kirv, you get 3d10 because of
that's
Paladin
huge.
levels. 3d10 temporary hit points. And Cat, roll your 3d6 just in case you get higher than 10. And then everybody has a bonus d6 that they can add to their next ability check, saving throw, attack roll, or damage roll.
And rerolling ones, right, Chris?
No, this is just this is a spell. So you have
Worth a
14
try.
temporary hit points. Mortar has 15. Vinny, what did you get? Ooh, 21. Sweet.
Damn.
Kirv got 23. Dang.
Yeah.
So those are temporary hit points that will last until your next long rest. Same with the d6, you can choose to keep it or spend it.
So that's 3d12, yeah, and there's no pluses or anything to that.
No, it's based on the hit die of the person, so tankier characters will have higher hit dice to use.
But it
yeah.
benefits everyone in the area, so...
Yeah. It takes a full minute to cast, so it's like a pre-combat buff, but it's quite a strong one for the level it is. What level is it again? It's like 4th level?
Third.
Third level. Yeah. And And it's an additional dice per level of the spell, I believe, at higher levels.
I believe, yeah, I can
Yeah.
upcast and it adds a dice.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me wild magic just to see if anything happens. See if we take all of that away with a single fireball.
God,
Yeah, you're fine.
don't joke.
It could happen.
Okay.
And then finally
Alright.
the ritual,
Yes.
which you
so
don't have to roll
will-
for, but you still have to expend the spell points.
I
for the summoning.
will. Yep, and that is a. What is it?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I remember when I first summoned. I have to cast it at the highest I can cast, so that will be a 5th level.
Mm-hmm.
So that is.
Okay.
6th, 4th,
Corrupted Roni will appear here in the middle, where that tile is. If everyone could position themselves where they would like to be. If you're looking for like a sniper's nest sort of deal, then I'd say put yourself somewhere further out, but
Well,
not too far.
Could I potentially prepare some spells while Cat's kind of towards the latter end of?
Yeah, that would be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what would
And
you like to
like-
prepare?
So, let me just take a look and remind myself of what I actually have. It's been a hot minute. So,
and as per normal, it's subdue damage.
Yep.
You got it. That's absolutely fine.
Yes.
In which
subdue.
case, then I will be shooting. But then when it looks like it's getting low, I will stop shooting because I can't not do.
Yep.
I can't do subdue damage. with
That's
my
fair.
weapon.
So Cat, you need to be adjacent to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chris, first off, I'm going to cast when it looks like the end of this summoning is done. I'm going to cast. I'm casting Levitate, and I'm also casting Blink.
Okay. You'll be spending some time
So-
going into the air, I imagine, or are you just being...
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend a little bit of time going into the air, and
Okay.
yeah, I'll so I'll focus on that.
If
Vinny...
I go there, I get the +2.
In this situation, it was +4, but Cat can't provide it because she's working on the ritual until the ritual has started. So it would have to be another party member like Vinny.
Okay. Vinny, do you want to come in one and then we sort of do the diagonal?
Remember, you can
in
hold
each-
actions and stuff as well if you are wanting to hold attacks.
5, so that is
If we hold an attack, does that mean that applies and then we go into it, or does that mean
That would apply, and then we go into combat. Yeah.
Okay, then yes, super doing that. Vinny, I presume we're doing the old wombo combo.
I mean, Kirv could probably go up there too, right?
Yeah. It depends on if Kirv wants to be. Yeah,
You
because
got
she'll
your
get her
size.
flanking bonus as well.
And
Paladin.
just a reminder, Curve does have interception.
Mhm.
So if you're within 5 feet, I can reduce the damage. So don't
Nice.
stray too far.
What?
If with
Cool,
that
cool.
being the case, just for strategic sake, I will say I'm going to do that, so that then everybody here still gets flanking, but it means that if Cat gets majorly attacked, you can intercept an attack.
That's
Oh,
smart,
I didn't.
that's smart.
Sorry, I didn't see Cat was going short range.
Nope, she doesn't get a
I
choice
have
because
to
she's
be to
ritual
summon.
casting it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Don't
And
worry.
I don't-
I mean, the hope is that I'll take most of its attention.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we have Mortar. Are you holding an attack?
Yes, I will hold an attack.
Roll or your attack action. Sorry, so it will just be the 2 attacks you'll be able to make. Go ahead and roll me a d20. Remind me, for blink, it's an 11 or higher, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so if you hit the blink,
Oh,
you won't
sorry.
be able to shoot because you'll be in the ethereal plane.
That's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Either way is a fine outcome for me.
Okay.
That's a natural 1.
So you will remain in the air.
I'm
and in
glad I got that out of
place.
the way on that.
Yep, and it's surprisingly a good roll to actually get. So yeah. Cat, you can't hold an action because you're working on the ritual. Kirv, Vinny, and Romulus, are you holding attacks, or is there anything specific you're holding?
Is it possible for me to activate what do you call it? Rage as I start off, or and attack, or
Yeah,
can I
because it would be
only-
rage and then hold the attack action. Just means that then if you don't take damage or you don't hit, if you don't manage to make any of
Attack
the
it,
attacks, then you would lose that rage, but that's not necessarily an issue because you've got more.
Not the end of the world right now.
Because you're taking a long rest after this combat, so.
And you know what? I'll throw in a giant's might as well because that lasts a little bit. So I'll do
Yeah,
it
so
a
you
bit
can
early.
be giant when the combat starts and then go from there. Cool.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? What was the elements of the elemental again? Sorry,
It was air thunder.
air and thunder. So what we because I'm debating should I put on armor of Agathis, which would do cold damage.
You currently have temporary hit points from Hollow Song, which means
Yeah, wait
unless
until
you are
those-
gaining
So-
more than 23, armor of Agathis won't actually do anything. Which I
Well, it
believe-
will. It will
No,
Well,
I
no,
was
because
just
it doesn't
thinking-
override
No,
the temporary hit points.
if it
just-
doesn't overwrite. Yeah.
I was thinking because it says does damage while you have temporary hit points left, and since I have 23, that could be a lot for a while.
Actually, interesting.
That's actually not unfair, considering.
I'm gonna have I'm just gonna have a quickly read of the full thing
I'd
because that
probably
does
wait
make
until you had-
sense. But
I'd probably say you can cast
Yeah.
it later on down the line, but it does last, so I take your point. It's
manifesting
It's one of
spectral
those ones where
frost
it's
and
like-
covering your gear, you gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration. Obviously, this scales normally. If a creature hits you with a melee attack while you have these hit points, the creature takes 5 cold damage. So
What-
because
what
it
levels of
specifies,
Not
spell do you
worded
have?
like that in my thing.
I
my
know
bad.
that's because no, that's fine. That's just where I probably abbreviated it when putting it in. So. Yeah, so specifically, you would need to cast this at 5th level to actually overwrite the 23 you already have. I believe maximum you can cast at the moment is 3rd level because you took 5 because you have 5 in Warlock, 5 in Paladin.
Yeah, I'll pass. So I'll just hold on to my.
No, that's fine. If there are any other
Can
prep
always do it
spells that you
later.
want to do, like a smite spell, for example, you can hold that for a full minute. So you can hold the smite and then actually
Okay.
enter your turn as normal.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Smite.
Smitty.
Where are we going to be summoning the creature?
Right here.
Right in
Right
the
here.
center.
Right in the center?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
From where I am, Chris, could instead of using my attack action, like holding my attack action, could I hold my Hunter's Sense action? Like hold Hunter's Sense as an action?
Yeah, that'll be fine. And what does that do again?
Slayer's Prey, sorry, Slayer's Prey, I mean. Bonus action, mark a target, dealing a d6 of weapon. No, sorry, that's not the one. Hunter's Sense, yeah, that's the one. As an action, learn resistances, immunities, vulnerabilities, and sensitivities of a creature.
Yeah, that would be fine.
Yeah, so great. Yeah, okay, cool.
I would like to then do put branding smite through.
Okay. So branding smite will be on you. Okay.
Stacking up.
Vinny, anything? Well, that's the point of this. Vinny, is there anything you want to prep?
Yeah, man.
There's nothing super fancy I can do here. Would anyone like a bardic inspiration before we begin?
I'll not say no because I am going to be doing Great Weapon Master on these, so having a
Oh, yeah, having that would be huge.
I'll say one thing you can do, Vinny. Because I'll allow it, you can steady aim. So you'll be able to have advantage on your first attack roll, as well as the flanking bonus.
Oh yeah, no, take that.
Because if
I-
you're not going to be moving anyway, because it's outside of your turn, that's just worth doing.
Yeah, no. What Chris said, do that.
Yeah, I don't mind you being
Okay,
tactical,
then.
because I know how nasty this one was going to be. So,
Yep,
guess who
I'll-
found its stat block?
Yeah.
What can I
I'll
say?
just settle into
except
fight
you're
spells
welcome.
with my scimitar then.
Mm-hmm.
And get ready to hit this thing.
Okie dokie. Right then,
Here we
here we go. Indeed.
boss music, you know.
So,
right.
I would like everyone to roll for initiative for me, please.
Woo!
Woo-wee!
Okay.
Woo-wee!
Rony didn't roll too bad.
Oh, that worries me.
Oh, that's not great.
It was a fairly mediocre roll, but you obviously know Rony has high
Oh,
speed count stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Finally!
Worthy opponent. So,
Our battle shall be
25
legendary.
plus. 25 to 20.
I got
9.
20!
I got 19.
Nice.
I said 25 to 20.
Fuck you.
20 to 15.
15.
15 to 10? 10 to
12.
5. 12. What did you
7.
get? Vinny got a 7. Did you get a natural 1?
Not one, yeah.
Literally, I'm like...
Not good timing.
That's incredible. Honestly.
Gets a natural 1, still gets 7. Oh, I love it. Especially with the variant roll being a -5 as well. That's insane. I love it. Okay.
It's silly.
So, someone said they were going to be right back.
Oh,
Who was
I'm
it?
back.
Sound
sorry,
off.
it was me.
Was it Jamie who said he was going to be right back?
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Might have been Vinny then, if he was going last. That's okay. We'll resolve things as normal.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I'm hearing things now.
I'm here.
So, as Kat completes the ritual, you watch as the runes on the ground begin to alight. Lightning begins to crackle around. And in this immediate moment, you watch as this almost ethereal figure begins to form. What looks to be vague, I wouldn't necessarily call it bird-shaped. Humanoid-shaped with what looks to be almost like bird's feet at the base that build up these large kind of fiery jets that are at the back of the legs and the back of the armor itself, with the torso and the armor itself all seemingly hovering near one another by sheer magnetism and lightning. You see two massive crystalline blades, otherwise a dark green coloration opposed to the regular red coloration they'd have, are otherwise broken with these kind of dark cracks of purple energy, and you see that same corrupted nature within its eyes. At this instantaneous moment, as this occurs, I would like Romulus, Cat, Kirv, and Vinny all to make Constitution saving throws, please.
What? Oh.
Con save, you said.
Yes, please. DC is 15.
23.
Do we get a plus from
You get the
Thingy's aura? Paladin?
Kirv
thing?
doesn't have that yet. She's not a level in Paladin for that.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Yeah, but you do
So,
have your
Chris, when
bonus
this thing
D6,
appears-
remember?
When this
Yeah.
thing appeared, was I able to get its resistances and stuff?
Yes, we'll resolve the held actions in just a moment.
Oh, okay.
This is, as the ritual completes, it casts Thunderstep.
Oh, I see.
Oof.
Cool.
Is it only the 1d6 we get?
It's just the 1d6, yeah.
Do we? Is
Okay,
that only on
it's a
saves,
risk,
or
but
can
I'm
that
gonna
be
spend
used?
That
on
can be
anything else?
used on any roll that you make, so damage,
I'm
attack roll,
gonna-
ability check, saving throw. But the
Gonna
DC is,
hold
you
that.
know the DC is 50.
I got a 17. I'm good.
I got...
13. That's busy.
I got 16.
Okay. So, was it just Vinny who failed?
I think so.
Okay. So, Vinny, you take 16 points of thunder damage. Everybody else takes 8, as this thing casts Thunderstep. You will all get your held actions prior to it doing so, but its Thunderstep will then resolve, and that means then once combat begins, unless you can hit it while it's flying, this thing will be basically invulnerable until its turn comes about.
I am so glad I planned to do what I planned to do.
Thank God.
So I start with 8 damage, right?
Romulus at the top. Yep, 8 damage. This is just...
If we succeeded, do we take damage at all?
You take half. So you took 8.
Okay,
So that'll be halved
No.
again because of your rage to 4.
so 4. Okay.
And I assume intercept won't help right
No.
now. with
No,
it.
with this being an area spell.
Yeah.
I definitely get to keep my rage.
That's fine.
This is true. So, we'll then resolve all the held actions in the order that they would go. So, Romulus.
I'm going to be attacking,
Okay.
as you might imagine. Just to be clear, I am going to be recklessing this. I am also going to be making use of Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
Which I believe means I take a -4 to my attack.
But get a
Which
plus
should
8
mean it's-
damage. Yep.
Plus 8 damage, yes. So this is with a +6 to start off with.
Okay.
First attack,
And you get the bonus +4 from flanking.
bonus plus
So it's a
4
plus
from
10.
flanking. So it basically evens out.
For the most part, yeah. Well, no, just
Oh,
demons out.
Jesus. Okay. Does a 19 hit?
Just hits.
Just hits.
This
Good.
thing is heavily plated, but also fast.
Excellent. I'm going to roll again and we'll do all the damage at once.
Okay.
Can I add the +6 to that, or does that have
Yeah,
to
you can add the
automatically-
+d6 if you want to. Yeah, just means you can't add it to damage. Because you'll be using up the d6. Okay, so that makes that second one a hit, so that's 2 hits. So
2 hits. Then that's going to be
So,
2d6 plus 2d6 plus 1d6 on the first one because of Giant's Might.
Yep.
Plus, okay, we're just that.
So hold on. It's 2d6 for the base weapon,
Mhm.
followed
Mhm.
by a d6 from Giant's Might. Yes?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So what I'll do this. These will be the rollings with advantage, so just roll all of those together.
Okay.
We'll just do that twice, because that'll work happily. So it'll be a 5 and a 2, and then plus a 3. So you're looking at 10 plus...
Except
Oh
the
yeah,
ones
re-rolling
and the-
1s and 2s, that's right. So that'll be a 3 anyway. So that's now a 4. It's 5. So you're looking at 10 plus 3, 13, plus what?
Plus 8, plus 7, plus 2.
Plus-
So plus 17.
So 13
Right.
plus 17, 30 damage.
Yep.
Okay, first
on the
strike.
first attack.
As your first attack hits, you otherwise hit, and you hear a screech through the metal as the strike does so. In response, you take...
As I attack, I'm also going to be making use of Fire Rune.
Okay. In response, you take 11 points of lightning damage as the connectivity travels down your metal weapon to you, which is halved to
Reasonable.
5.
Reasonable. I'm going to make you, because I have hit,
Mhm.
I'm going to make use of Fire Rune now. Fiery Shackles, target takes an extra 2d6 fire damage and must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained for 1 minute.
Nice.
Okay. That is a 19.
It just beats my DC. Unfortunate. It's fine, but I'll add the 2d6 damage. I assume this doesn't get.
This doesn't get
that
other
would've been-
stuff, no. So
that
that's
would've been
just a
a
bonus
brutal
5.
The one, do I at least get to reroll the 1, or is
I
that
don't
just on the
believe
attack?
so, because it's on the
Oh, we'll go for
base
5.
weapon.
We'll go
Yeah.
for 5. It's fine.
That's
All right, and a second attack.
It's 5 extra damage. That was all stacked on top,
this
so
one-
you don't take bonus lightning damage. Okay.
This one doesn't have Giant's Might.
Obviously has the advantage. So you're on the 2. So 4 and 5, so 9 plus 17, which is 26 points of damage. Good first turn. Very good first turn. This thing is looking bloodied.
Ooh.
And I've, yeah, that's me. That's me. Good.
And
That's
you
me.
take 10 points of lightning damage, halved to 5 in response for that second hit.
Fine. Not
Okay.
unexpected.
Kirv, you're not Kirv. Cat, your past turns.
Mhm.
Your turn passes because you were holding the ritual. Kirv, your held action was to attack twice. Go ahead. And you have
With Divine Smite.
Divine Smite as well as the Searing Smite, or just...
I'm scared of killing it at this point if it's bloodied.
Maybe just don't add any other divine smite damage onto it. Just use your Searing Smite.
I
guess.
mean, doing... Yeah, no, sorry, keep going.
If it's a melee, can't it still be subdual?
You can.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess. All right, might as well then.
So long as your ending hit, I suppose, isn't the spell, you should be all right.
It's a 19. So that will hit. Your weapon does 2d6.
2d6
plus. But you've also got the smite, which is what level?
I don't know, mate.
First? Do you want to go with first level then?
That sounds a bit wimpy.
All right.
Second level.
Second level. Okay. This is basically, is this a paladin is this a paladin spell slot or a warlock? Because warlock uses automatically third.
Fuck
I
it.
mean-
Third.
Okay. And so that was 3 plus Searing Smite, which is an additional 2d6 as well, I believe.
Oh, fuck, how many times have I got to roll in this game?
So it's
what
D
have I
and
already
D.
rolled? I know. It's been months. I've forgotten how to roll. Which ones am I
All
rolling
of
here?
them.
All of these. Of course I am. Of course I am.
So 3 plus 21. Okay. So that's 24 damage. Plus what's your flat bonus on top?
Is that for the
The modifier for the attack, weapon attack.
for the plus 5 slash
Plus 5. Okay. Okay. Second attack. You got to make the roll to hit first. Oh no, you rolled both. Sorry, didn't you?
Oh
'Cause you
yeah, I
don't have
did.
advantage.
One was
So
4.
1 was 4, so that was been a miss.
So
So then that was all the damage. Okay. Next, Mortar. You learn its vulnerabilities and its resistances and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, it is resistant to fire damage, acid damage, and non-magical weapon attacks. It is immune to poison, lightning, thunder, and cold damage.
Oh, interesting.
It has no vulnerabilities or
Very cool.
sensitivities.
Very cool. I will pass that on to everybody.
Okay. And for the sake of brevity as well, because the ability has been used, is also immune to the restrained condition.
Bugger.
Yeah, would have been useful, but worth noting that I'll just say that now because the ability's used. And Vinny, go ahead and make me the attack roll. You have advantage on the attack.
I have advantage and also flanking.
Yep. Oh, I also forgot I need to do damage to Kirv because she's attacking with a metal weapon. You take 14 points of lightning damage.
Wait, I'm sorry. Your scythe is metal all the way along?
Yes, it is. Because that was a design choice. That's a
Oh,
crit
wow.
from Vinny.
Yeah, that's a real design choice.
Well, how well does obsidian carry current?
Okay, let me ask.
Not
Is
as
the
metal,
head
not
of the
as
blade
bad as-
metal?
Yes.
Then yes, it counts as a metallic weapon. So Vinny, this is your crit.
I'm really
Obviously, you
sorry,
get
how
to
much
re-roll the
damage
green
was
dice.
taken?
Oh, you get to. There's 2 of them.
And I do also have 2 of those.
14, I think it was 14.
14.
This is subdual
Mhm.
damage.
Yeah.
I unfortunately can't flourish since
Yeah.
it's not my turn.
Yes, correct. But you still get the. It would still be subdued damage, yeah.
Yes, yay. This is a little slower than Vinny's used to, but he's taking his time to make the slash.
Yep.
As cleanly as possible.
So you get to re-roll the 3, see if it would be
3,
better.
see if it's better.
So that would be a 3. So that does 27 plus
Plus
Boom.
5.
5. Okay, so that does 32 points of damage,
32.
knocking it to 1 hit point. This triggers. Okay. Volatile rebound. That is... It regains that many hit points, and everybody takes 20 points of lightning damage who is adjacent to it. So so Romulus takes 10, Cat, Kirv, and Vinny all take 20 points of lightning damage. As you strike it, you watch as there is almost this fissure between it where its body would separate. Knowing that you are to subdue this so that Cat can capture it, it seems like the more elementals she summons, the more resistances they get to what would usually be their method of capture. And in this instance, you watch as there is an explosion of lightning that shoots out and strikes all of you, doing significant damage before the thunderstep finishes. And it is next to you, Mortar.
Alright. Mortar kind of cracks his neck, draws his sniper, takes aim, sees this thing's looking bloody, so he's kind of like, alright, I guess I should...
Well, you've
take
used
it
your
easy a
Hunter's
little
Strike, and we're now moving back to the top of
I
the initiative
have.
order.
Oh, was that was my held action?
That was your held action, yeah. So now we're moving back to the top of the
Oh,
initiative
okay.
order. So we got Romulus.
Oh.
Yeah, so we were just resolving all the held actions.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
Yeah,
and-
Roni gets a held action as a result of there being 2 elementals that have already been summoned.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
Don't worry,
Okey-dokey.
that'll happen as well for the 4th one, or the 5th one, or the 6th one. The more she summons, the
Oh.
more abilities they get to help them defeat your party with each passing defeat. Think of it like the Shadow of Mordor system with enemies and
I
stuff.
love that.
By the way, just for reference here, Romulus, both Mortar and it are 80 feet in the air.
Well, that does put a little damper on things now, doesn't it? Give me a moment.
And Cat,
Okay,
you'll be next
yeah.
on deck.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's get a little bit funky.
Mm-hmm.
Chris.
Yeah.
What are your personal thoughts on potentially
Oh no. Oh no.
being a little bit interesting in terms of what counts as using Great Weapon Master? What if I was to chuck Stagger at it?
Oh god, this again.
I
So
think we've done this before, haven't we?
here's I will always
this is
have
go
I will always have the same ruling for when using a weapon. When using a weapon in a fashion that it's not supposed to, such as throwing a large weapon, you will have disadvantage on the attack. The target will have cover bonuses because of the nature of the attack being inaccurate. But you may stack anything on top of it with the exception of things that require you to know if you have hit, such as smites.
Okay.
So you can use Great Weapon Master with this. You can also use Reckless Attack. Those are things that you can do. Do note that regardless of whether you hit or miss, your weapon will obviously disappear off into the distance and you'll then have to find it. Which in most cases isn't a big deal, but in some cases might be.
Can we do a cheeky little strategy?
Depends if you want to hold actions for stuff.
Okay, so I can either use Treladex to try and bring him down, or I can Dimension Door you above him.
Can I hold my action until teleported above him? Because that would
Okay,
work
that's how you
offline
want to
for
go.
me.
Yep,
Oh yeah,
alright.
100%.
We're going to Dimension Door above it then.
Keep in mind this will take you with it. Or with Romulus, sorry.
I am aware.
Okay. Cool.
Oh boy.
Alright, so you hold your action as you say, toss me. And
Get
Cat
me up
obliges.
there, Cat.
So, because this is a held action, I will say that you won't be allowed to use Reckless for this, but then again you won't have disadvantage because you're not throwing your weapon. So this will just be flat rolls.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Any chance I can get flanking from Mortar?
No, not in this instance. He's not below it, he is next to it, unfortunately.
Was worth a try. It was worth a try.
So, Cat, you cast Dimension Door. Go ahead and roll Wild Magic for me. See if you
Yeah.
leave a smouldering crater behind you.
Oh, I do have a question.
No, you're fine.
No,
Can
we're
I
good.
use extra or action surge during this, or is that something that is
Extra attack would work, but action surge wouldn't, unfortunately.
noted? Okie.
Okay, so Dimension Door. Your Dimension Door up there as the crystal doorway begins to be created within the air before you begin to fall. As you are actively using the falling momentum in order to hit the creature, go ahead and make me 2 attack rolls, please. Keep in mind you will then hit the floor at the end of your turn unless Cat decides to use Featherfall.
That is a-okay by me.
Yeah,
Don't feel
no, I don't.
obliged. It's good.
You don't?
Cool.
Both
So,
hits.
Both hit. Oh wait, no, because you're Great Weapon Mastering, weren't you?
No, sorry, I'm not Great Weapon Mastering
Oh,
anymore
okay.
because
He couldn't
You
use his thing.
I
Right.
can't use Reckless. Apologies.
No, that's fine.
I was my understanding that generally, unless I specifically say before each attack, it'll not be Great Weapon Master, but if it's like a turn it on, turn it off toggle situation,
Yeah,
fine.
that's fair. Okay.
If
So-
not, it would just be one.
No,
one-
usually it would be stated, it's just because you said with a throwing a weapon, so yeah, no, that's fine. So,
Yeah.
both of those hit.
Okay. All right. In that case, then this one does have the
Giant
bonus.
Smite. Yep.
Yep. So let's do that first. Give me a second.
Okay, so 10, 16 plus... Actually, no.
Uh,
I don't care. This thing's back on 1 health.
Yeah.
So, do you wish to make the second attack? Notably, it is a crit.
Oh shit! It is, isn't it? Yeah.
It is.
I believe that. Can I use?
You know
that
what?
Attack?
We'll say this thematically.
Mhm.
As the door opens, you come down using stagger as you puncture downwards, the sword cutting through the armor into the base as you and it are dragged to the ground. I'll say with the crit, you manage to skewer it in such a way that stagger takes most of the force from the fall, so neither you nor it take any fall damage, meaning only Cat will when she hits the ground, but it will also be on 1 hit point.
And I'm just going to try and hold it there. And if Cat... I don't have a reaction because I held my action, but if I did have one, I'd try and help you, Cat, but I don't, so...
Okay,
yeah.
so
No,
I'll
it's
put you
fine.
back
It's fine.
here as you're back on the ground and Mortar is still in the air. Okay. Cat, go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw. You are falling 80 feet. 6.
I'd forgotten about the critting on 19.
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos because 1 is not favourable. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's a 14.
14. From this height, that is a fail. You take 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, I expected just as much.
As you feel your back legs, the bones snap, and the corruption
Ugh.
begins to pull itself and knit the bones, snapping them back into place, with kind of this gruesome twist. Okay.
That's
and-
disgusting.
That ends your turn. Kirv, it is your go. It is on 1 hit point. Do you have anything to maybe assist? Until it is Mortar's go, where he can potentially give Cat another action, as it stands, the creature's on 1 hit point and there's not really much you can do except hold actions.
Cat, are you okay?
Cat's blooded.
I
Yeah,
can
cat is
quickly-
blooded.
I can heal her up a bit, if so required.
If you want to, by all means, because
I did just see her drop
on
80
yours.
feet.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so you're going to go over and heal her?
Yeah, what's my best? Sorry,
Lay on hands.
I'm really sorry. It's been
No,
a
you're
hot
good.
minute. Cure wounds is probably the best.
That or lay on hands. Both are... Cure Wounds is
We'll
the
do
best
that
spell.
then.
Lay on hands is just a flat resource.
I'll use lay on hands.
Okay. Okay, so how many hit points do you want to use? You have 25 to use, I believe.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I don't know where anything is for some reason. Sorry, I have 25 points.
Lay on
to...
hands points, yes.
Will 20 be okay?
Yeah, that'd be fine. That'd take me above blooded.
Sounds good to me.
You get 20 hit points to Cat, and that is your action.
Yeah.
No longer concentrating on Smite because it was used. Okay. End of your go.
Mhm.
It's now Corrupted Vroni's go. Okay, what's everyone's AC? Including you, Vinny.
18?
Oh, sorry.
Question mark?
Sorry, with the exception of you, Mortar, as you are out of the range of this.
Oh, okay.
16.
19.
17.
17.
Romulus. You said it was 16?
Yep.
That is dead on. So that hits. Cat. That's a 19.
Mm-hmm.
What's this, like Steel Wind Strike or something?
Yes, it is. That is a natural 20
Oh, I
versus
love that.
Curve.
That is my
What?
favourite spell.
It's called Lightning Wing Strike now.
And that is a 21 versus Vinny. So,
For those of you that haven't seen, this 100% is just Lightning Empoleon.
Yeah. So, here's something to note here about this one, Romulus. A spell specifically chosen by this elemental given what it knows about your abilities. Should you try to use your rune to redirect this, it is invisible as it vanishes during this attack. Meaning if you redirect it to anybody, it has to be you. There is a crit on Kirv. She is taking 12d10 force damage from this currently.
Branding smite. Did I do branding smite?
You already did that, yes.
Yeah, and that means the target can't be invisible.
So it just vanishes. It's not invisible per se. For the nature of the spell, it vanishes and then reappears.
I will not be making use of Cloud Rune. I will, however, be making use of Runic Shield.
Okay, so that re-rolls it.
I see.
Yep.
So that goes from a natural 20 to a 12, so that will miss Kirv. So,
Yeah.
Romulus, you take... Actually, no, you can't. You used your reaction to hold your attack.
I use my reaction. Yeah, you were right. Apologies. Yep,
Nope,
no,
that's fine.
Yep.
I realised it as well.
You're getting hit.
Pronounce
You know
your
what?
thank you.
For trying.
So, Romulus, you take 36 points of force damage, halved to 18, because you're raging.
Oh, boy. That was
Cat, you
distressingly
take
good.
39 points of force damage.
What did it roll for its attack?
19.
Oh, cool. I would have used shield then. I didn't realise that was what you said. I thought you were asking what my AC was.
Oh, no,
Then I
that's
would have
fine.
shielded.
Okay, so you shield. Roll weapon. Roll wild magic for me, please.
I shall. We're
Okay,
good.
you're fine. This is a crit versus Kirv.
Would I have had a chance to react with shield as well?
Oh no, it missed you, didn't it? Because it was. Oh no.
No, it
the
definitely
crit.
hit me.
The crit would
No,
take
it-
it to 34. Would that stop it?
Oh no. No.
Oh Jesus!
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to start again. I forgot where I was at.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. The rolls are better this
Also,
time, so
now-
yeah, no,
now
it's
might
not
be
better
a
for
bad
you.
time. Now might be a bad time, but I've also broken my character sheet.
This kills Kirv.
I'm sorry.
You take 58 points of force damage.
Ooh, 58, huh?
Mm-hmm. How have you broken your character sheet?
The health isn't going down when I put it in. When I, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't. I've just put negative 58, so
Yeah,
why
at
is
the top bit.
my health still in the green? Oh, okay, but I like it when it's in the big number over here.
Oh.
Wait, I'm sorry. Have we been? Do y'all have access to something where you like put a minus in? I've just been manually changing it.
Hey, look, I
I
gave.
have to do that.
Here's the thing,
I
Harlan.
turned it into a
I
runes
gave.
thing.
Everybody has access to the overlay, which has a calculator on it, so you can automatically just put in a minus. You never
Oh,
used your
yeah,
overlay, and you
I
actively deleted it, so you lost your calculator privileges.
This is fair. Hey, look, I don't mind it because honestly, I'm used to this way, so it works better for me. But I just didn't know that people had that.
Yes.
Yeah,
It would have been nice to know.
when I struggled in
Yeah.
campaign one with Rook.
Are you fixing it, Chris?
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Don't change it.
Yeah, she's
You're on
bloody
Yep, she's on
bad.
15 hit points. And finally,
Oh,
Vinny.
God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
20. You really didn't take that much. I rolled very low for those. You take 20 points of force damage. As it uses Steel Wind Strike, bouncing between all of you and ending up next to Vinny at the end of this. I'm ignoring Eugene and Filch, otherwise they would be smoke right now. That is its action for its spell that it can make. It now gets to make... Oh, I forgot! Sorry, who did it hit?
Everyone except Cat and Mortar.
Everyone
And
except...
Mortar, yeah.
Okay, so... Romulus, you take an additional 6 points of lightning damage, half to 3 for you. Kirv, you take an additional 7 points of lightning damage. And Vinny, you take an additional 6 points of lightning damage as its recursive charge, also known as its version of sneak attack, goes off. Whenever it hits someone with a weapon, it does an additional 2d6 damage.
Fucking hell. The rogue that's able to cast friggin'
Stillwind Strike
is fucking awesome.
Hey,
It's
look,
fucking awesome.
Vinny may get there depending on what levels he takes in Bard or Rogue.
Stillwind Strike thematically, in my mind, is the best spell in the game. I love that spell.
It's a 5th level spell. Even if Vinny just goes 10 and 10 in each, he will still have access to Stillwind Strike for the end of the game. Which means that
such a good
all
spell.
of your attack rolls, or no, the first attack roll that you make, it's different for this one, but your first attack roll will also get your sneak attack, which is funny.
No, it's abusive.
It's
That's
cool.
It is a fun
Straight
one.
up abusive.
It is cool though. Okay, so that is its action and all of the damage it can do. It then it has its movement still, so it's going to use 40 foot of fly speed to. Oh no, because you'll get an attack of opportunity against it. It doesn't really matter. It knows it needs to be captured.
Yeah, it's true. I also could have hellish rebuked it, but same problem.
So it's going to, it's going to use 40 foot of fly speed to kind of go upwards a little bit and away from the group. Almost like in a readied position with the blades out to either side as if ready to come down and make an attack against all of you next turn. Okay, Mortar. The creature is on 1 hit point. The elemental is on 1 hit point, and Cat needs to somehow get to it. That is the puzzle.
Right. That's an issue. But I only have my gun, and I want to shoot something, but I can't shoot this thing. So I guess what I'll do then, because there's really kind of fuck all I can do, to be absolutely honest.
Do you have any spells?
I do have spells, but I don't think any of them would be useful because they all most of them deal. Oh no! Hold on. Will this thing take? If this thing takes full damage, this thing will take full damage if it falls.
It has a hover speed, so the moment it hits the ground, it takes no damage.
I'm going to cast. I'm going to move 20 feet using my levitate. I can levitate forward 20 feet.
Yep, optimally it will put you there. So you are 1, 2.
Lovely. Am I within 30 feet of it, or am I still like ages away?
You are within 50 feet of it currently.
I will use. I will switch to Black Scorpion and teleport myself
30 more feet
to get.
Yep.
25 feet within range. And then I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Okay. This is a charm effect, isn't it?
No, this is prone and incapacitated. Target for saving throw. Yep. Yeah. So it's not a charm effect. The target that succeeds on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, becoming incapacitated and unable to stand up for the duration.
Yeah, it's not a charm effect. Okay, I did not know that. Okay, so it... Yeah, okay, so it needs to make this wisdom saving throw. I'm not going to ask for your DC. Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, fuck.
I was going to say I'm not going to ask, because then I just roll for it and we'll see what we get.
Fine.
Okay, you know what?
That's fine.
I'm going to roll this openly, because that sounds like more fun. So, it has, on its wisdom saving throw, it's proficient because Cat is proficient, I believe. Yep. So,
I am, yeah.
So, it has a +6. It succeeds. You go to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter, the spell fails. As it seems,
Good
to
effort,
not have
good
the
effort.
ability to laugh.
No worries.
Next time, be funnier.
Mortar hears that and he's going to go, you know what? No.
There's a dispute at the table. So that's your. So you've used your action for the spell. You've moved and used your bonus action to teleport. So that's your turn.
Yeah, so
but you still
I
have
think-
your reaction
I think-
for if you need to give Cat like an extra action or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm keeping relatively close to. Well, I'm keeping an eye on Cat, so I can do that.
Okay. Vinny, your go. Anything you want to do?
Cat, remind me, what do you have to?
I've got to touch it with the crystal.
Got to touch it
Okay.
with the crystal, and then it has to fail a charisma saving throw.
Which I'm not proficient in, so...
No, it has to fail the charisma saving throw. Which you're not.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
right. I
that's
see
my
what you mean.
proficiency.
Yeah. His charisma had, or the charisma of your elementals has been slowly going up, bit by bit, just to give it a bit more resistance. So Terador had a -1, Cinder has a +0, Roni has a +1.
Okay, that's fine, because it's fine. That's fine. This is not a charismatic elemental, so we're good.
No, not yet. When you make a diplomacy elemental, then you're screwed.
Oh, I am. Yeah, it is. Prepare yourself for some speeches, my
It's
guys.
just handsome Squidward.
If I'm not misremembering, you don't have Devil's Sight, do you?
She does.
do, yes.
It does.
Yes.
Okay, then I will cast Darkness on it.
Okay. Cast darkness on it.
It might also have Devil's Sight. I have no idea, but I guess we'll find out.
It might not even have eyes.
It has. Only has dark vision. Does not have devil's sight.
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, no. So it doesn't have devil's sight. So yeah, you cast darkness around it, and it is suddenly bathed in darkness. Only you, Kirv, and Cat can see it. Which I say only 3 people having, devil's sight is interesting.
I am
Anyway.
like one step down from a devil.
Wait, who's the third person?
Kirv.
Oh, sorry. Then who's the second person?
Oh, right, you don't have it. Sorry, you just have the ability to cast
No,
darkness.
sorry.
Never mind. Nope. Never
Yeah,
mind. That's me.
I can't see through the darkness I cast, so I've set this up for Cat, but since I have a bonus action, you can have a Bardic Inspiration as well.
Oh, thank you.
Romulus, anything you can do during
I've
this
done what I
time?
can.
How high up is it again?
40 feet in the air.
40 foot. I am currently about 14 to 15 foot tall.
Yep, and your weapon has reach, which means it has 10 foot, so that means that
reach.
at true disadvantage, you'd be able to get up to 30 foot of range. From the ground, 30 foot high.
Is there any hope of me leaping up high enough to hit it?
You can, keep in mind it's on 1 hit point. And also it's in magical darkness.
Fair. Well, the thing is, I'm trying to think, is there anything I can do that's actually helpful?
I think you're in the same boat as me.
Yeah, you can hold you can stand by and get ready just in case, for example running underneath in case Cat needs to teleport, so you can try and catch her. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I will get close by and be prepared. At the very least, I've got my various reaction things that might come in handy later on down the line.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll just sort of prepare myself.
Cat.
Okay.
What we got?
Okay,
You can see into
okay.
the magical darkness. You can see that Roni is almost panicking and seems to be glowing with the light of it can be captured. As you go to reach and get the
right.
crystal out, you note your other crystals are beginning to tarnish, as if they are preparing to be unleashed. You know that this happened when, after you got Terador, that if you take too long, your other crystals will emerge as their corrupted forms.
Oh, shit. Right, so Mortar, do you have that additional action thing?
I do.
Okay. This is... Yeah, bugger it. Okay, my first action, if I can borrow your additional action,
Yep,
Doohickey.
by all means. I will
My
do
first action, I'm going to summon Treladex,
Okay.
and I'll give him the free order of get me up there.
Okay. Chris can't remember where he's put Treladex's tile. It's around here somewhere. Nope, can't see Treladex. Okay, for now, you can use... Yeah, sure, you can use your corrupted form from a few sessions ago. Right.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so Treladex will fly you up there. Treladex cannot
Cool.
see, but does have blind sight, so Treladex will be able to see Roni. and your extra action is used for trying to capture it, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Charisma saving throw, what DC is it? Or your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 17.
That is a 16 plus 1. Makes the save. So your action is used up.
Alright. It's a free action to give Treladex a command.
It was a free action to tell Treladex to take you up.
Yeah. Can I use a bonus action to give him an order?
You just used your
Bonus
action.
Oh,
Yeah.
does that use my bonus?
action.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't worry then.
Yeah.
Okay. Kirv, you can see up into the Devil's Sight. You see Treladex is there, kind of hovering next as Cat tries to absorb Roni, but fails to do so. Is there anything you'd like to try and do?
Honestly, I think the best thing I can do right now to stop myself from going down is use cure wounds on myself.
Okay. Oh, so you move into a slightly different position and use Cure Wounds on yourself. Okay.
Yeah, so Warlock slot. That is 3d8
8.
plus 4.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
It is now Roni's go. Roni can't use Still and Strike, but Roni can make 3 attacks against the person who is currently concentrating on Treladex. So, first attack with disadvantage because it can't see.
Good lord.
That is a 15. That will miss. Second attack, double 12s. That is a 21 to hit.
Shield.
Okay, go for it. Oh, we also need to roll Wild Magic for Treladex as well. Forgot about that.
Yep. I'll roll for the shield as well. Oh, the shield activates. Oh, it's not a fireball, so we're okay.
What'd you get?
81.
81. I closed my Wild Magic thingy for some reason. Oh no, I didn't. It's there. 81. This is using a first level spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you remember you rolled that one during your little escapade of rolling a bunch?
Yeah.
Take an additional action.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to try and capture it again.
Okay. That is a 6 plus 1.
Hey,
As
finally.
Roni goes to make the attacks, the first one missing blindly, the second one you catch. Using your shield, you project the shield up, but leave just enough of a funnel to the shape of it that the blade hits the gemstone. It was a risk, but you watch as Roni's colour begins to change and Roni is pulled into the crystal. The combat over.
Oh,
Look on.
that was a little close for comfort.
Well done, everyone.
Yeah.
I'm curious as to what the next attack would have been. With
What's that
disadvantage.
jet?
Would have
What's
been
that
the
going to be?
natural
The jet
one,
jump?
The jet
You're
jump?
about to jet jump us
Maybe.
because we're all clustered. Yeah, feelers.
Yeah. So the other ability it can do is a reverse thunderstep, known as jet jump. In short, if we assume this was Roni, he could have teleported here after he'd moved out of the area of darkness, teleported there, and would have then been able to reverse thunderstep everybody in the area. So everybody would have had to make con saves in this area.
And I could have possibly gone down.
It doesn't take the damage from its own thunderstep. It's immune to thunder damage.
No, I could have.
No.
Oh,
she
you could have. Right, yeah. Yeah, this is true. Okay. So,
I was still just
as the darkness stays in place, Treladex begins to slowly descend from the darkness. Cat holding a glowing, what gemstone is it? It's topaz, isn't it, for this one?
Yes.
Yeah, holding a glowing.
Oh, that's fun.
Holding a glowing topaz in her hand as a almost effigy of not an effigy, a after image of Roni is left behind. The darkness goes down, levitate and blink occurs. Mortar disappears, which we forgot to roll for blink when it got to your turn, so that might have changed the entire turn, but that's okay.
That's fine.
As you slowly get towards the ground, you now have Roni in tow. You go to sleep, taking a long rest, and as you do so, Kirv, you look at your compass and it points directly north, and it's shaking a little bit, as if you are very close by. So, as our party prepare for their journey to wherever it might lead them next, we will end our session there for the night. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next week for more of this. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.